Marvel Legends and you know who has them. Tune in, it's 8 o'clock. Makes you wanna buy toys, so you hate to watch. It's on a Thursday, it can change like that though. Got no money left, cause I gave it all to Hasbro. Enjoy the show. Haha. Okay. Dan who? Wanna talk some toys? Let's start now. You know the show starts when the man says pow. Dan who? Brandon, man so handsome. Want Marvel Legends and you know who has them. Tune in, it's 8 o'clock. Makes you wanna buy toys, so you hate to watch. It's on a Thursday, it can change like that though. Got them. Pow! And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram. That is Dan Who. And hello! It's the same old stream on a different day and a little later. Like, I know I'm confusing people recently. I'm meant to be the king of, like, consistency, but it's a right mess over here at the Dan Who household at the minute. Amanda's not in. It's just me and Teddy. So I thought I'd take advantage of that and stream at a time where I feel like it's a good, strong time. Friday afternoon, the end of the week is here. People are usually in a good mood. So let's talk some toys. But as always, I cannot do it on my own. And if I press some buttons, then these gentlemen will join me. It is, of course, Brandon, aka Hero.Collections, and the superest of producers that literally has a fan club. I have not heard anyone say a bad word about him ever. It's Rich M. How you doing, gents? How you doing?
Doing good. You all right?
Yeah, do you know what? To be completely honest, I said before we went live as well, so I'll just be honest with the audience. Like, I sort of regret starting this stream a little bit later than usual because, like, I can feel my energy dropping, and I'm meant to be staying up to doing Parallel tonight as well. So I'm like, shit, I should have probably had a little nap. Probably should have done my stream at the normal time, and then I had a little nap. But we are here now, and I do appreciate you both sticking up late with me because I know Brandon usually struggles at 8 o'clock, let alone 10. So I do appreciate you, Brandon. But we do have lots of new toys to talk about. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk some toys. We're going to say hello to the chat. The thumbnail says New York Comic-Con Marvel Legends news ? And I sort of saved myself with that question mark because I was predicting there'd be some sort of reveal, but there's been nothing. Absolutely nothing. All they're doing is showing off the HasLab that no one wants, unfortunately. So
Young Avengers mini-mates, mine. Shout out Rob Pollack. He's probably loving that.
Hey, shout out Rob, of course. Okay. So there has been some other news from like NECA and other places that we can discuss today. But in regards to Marvel Legends news at San Diego Comic-Con so far, New York Comic-Con so far, little to nothing, as in nothing at all. So we're still live for the next couple of hours. So I've got D Blake Makes messaging me from San Diego. I keep saying San Diego, from New York Comic Con. He was sat behind Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane, sort of geeking out. So,
really?
Yeah. So I don't know where he is at some sort of panel, but anyway, we've got people on the ground floor, is what I'm saying. I think Dante from the Infinity Equation, he's out there. He's going to be doing an interview with the Marvel team at some point today. We've got people on the ground floor, so if there is news, all I'm saying is that I'm sure it will get reported to us so we can talk about it here. But otherwise, we have plenty of new toys to talk about, plenty of Marvel Legends, and as I said, there's always some good people in the chat to keep us going as well. Okay, so let's do that. Let me start off with the housekeeping, and then we can just dive straight in with some new toys. So first things first. Welcome to the channel. Lots of other live streams on this channel, including Legends and Liquor, which is going to be this Sunday. And again, I'm thinking about doing a special late night edition of Legends and Liquor. Now, will I regret that decision again? Probably. However, I think I'm going to give it a go, okay? So if you want to be on Legends and Liquor this Sunday, it is going to be a little bit later than usual. So usually in the US, we do it early, so you can't really have a drink because you're eating breakfast. But if I do a late night Legends and Liquor, you maybe have to have a little drink with me. So this Sunday, the 9th, if you are a channel member at the Members Club tier and you want to join in, then you can do so. Just let me know straight after this live stream. Me and Tanner are going to be reporting all the NECA news coming out at New York Comic Con this Tuesday on Turtles and Tea. And if you go on the channel right now, me, Tom and Mark finally got together for a Joe's and Juice reporting all the G.I. Joe classified news. And we also talked about some of that unfortunate nonsense with Hasbro making it a Pulse-only exclusive, which is disappointing for the UK community for sure. But there you go. Lots of live streams, all with very unique topics. box. Go and pick which one you'll want to talk about, and there you go. Hopefully you have some fun with it. So you can do that, and as always, if you want to contribute to today's stream, then Friday is here on a Friday. Hooray! Finally, she makes sense. £4 or $4. She will read out your super chat out loud, interrupt the stream, and get your comments, your thoughts heard, or questions heard as well. It's one of those streams where it's going to be very chat driven today, all right? So have questions for the crew, let us know, all right? We appreciate you. And hit that join button, become a channel member, and as I said, come and join us on Legends and Liquor. Hopefully doing a late night Legends and Liquor this Sunday will sort of allow for some new people to get on board who haven't been able to due to time zones and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be doing. But that's everything on the channel. We're already at 100. Hello, how are we doing? So lads, let's just start off nice and slow here. How's your week been, Brandon? How are you doing?
I just realized that the thumbnail was New York Comic Con. I thought we were doing best of Q3.
Oh, we should be probably doing. I should have done that, but as I said, it's been one of those weeks.
I just looked back at the thing and I was like, wait, because you'd said that about the question mark, and here I am with like 50 figures next to me trying to figure out a top 10.
Just save them, because we can probably do that stream next week. Do you know what? We are officially at the end of quarter 3, which is insane. It didn't even cross my mind. Genuinely didn't even cross my mind.
I must have daydreamed. I thought we had that conversation, but I must have daydreamt it. That's my bad. I'm good though, bro. I'm drowning in plastic, which is never a bad thing.
Not a bad thing.
When it rains, it pours. Wakanda Forever, Black Series, Spider-Man, you name it, the mailman has it.
Pow, good. And
One of those weeks. I've been back to work this week, so my productivity is like after work is like 15%.
Yeah.
You know,
especially winter season as well coming, where it gets colder at night and it's just more miserable.
Yeah, like as soon as that sun sets, I feel like my battery just dies. It's like I run on solar power, you know.
Yeah. I'm with you.
And Mrs. Hero went home Saturday, so Saturday afternoon I kind of just crashed, and then Sunday I was super productive. I filmed videos for all of the Black Panther wave, and I think I shot some ACBA, maybe 1 or 2. And then I shot loads of reels for the whole wave. I shot posts, posts for the whole wave. And I was meant to do a post a day this week, and I've just been shattered. It's kind of just sat there on the editing room floor.
I'm right there with you.
Rich, you look really serious. Smile.
No, I'm looking at something a minute. On. Keep talking. I'm back in a minute.
Oh, he's super producing.
That's what he does. That's why he's got the super in his name. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Brandon. I'm the same. Like this week, I've been telling people for ages. This week I was looking forward to it, not because Amanda's off, just because I thought I was off work as well. Mainly, that's the main reason I was looking forward to it, and I thought I'd be really productive. But I was talking to Rich about it earlier. It's like for some reason the weeks you're off work, you're less productive because your brain's on holiday mode. So I was getting up later, running a few errands, and by the time I got home I had to make dinner, take Ted for a walk, and it was just like, now it's too late and I don't want to start screaming, "Pow, welcome back to the channel," when my neighbours are sleeping at night. So yeah, so I'm there.
That's the best time to do it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, my neighbours love me. No, I'm with you. Is all I'm saying. I'm with you. But we've got lots of new legends to talk about. I hadn't even made any posts or anything, so I tried to do a quick reel, but I'm just terrible on Instagram. I'm really not that good on Instagram. I'll use it every day. I scroll, I chat to people, but when it comes to posting, I just always forget to post anything. But here I am on YouTube, so I've got toys to talk about, and it's always good. So I actually got some stuff I'm looking forward to opening, to be fair. Stuff always, I don't know, when you get it in hand, that excitement level does go up a little bit. Sometimes you pre-order it or you buy it and you forget about it, and there's a slump. But then as soon as it arrives again, that excitement comes back, because that Mojo World box set, I was really hesitant at first. I may as well start off with some new toys. So I was like you, like everybody, contemplating cancelling this because of the single packed Mojo and the single packed retro carded long shot. And I was like, okay, do I really need an updated Dazzler, especially in these times where we've got to be a little bit more selective, if you will. But looking at pictures online, I feel pretty happy with the purchase. The box art is beautiful, by the way. I know it's just the trash round our plastic, but it's still much better than previous or the plastic-free packaging that we're used to. But obviously it's a TV gimmick to go along with the retro cards, even though this technically isn't retro or VHS versions of the X-Men. But I've gone for this. Have you gone for any Mojo at all, Brandon?
Well, it's tough. It's tough. I've skipped the box set because I just can't, with everything else that's going on, I just can't justify it personally. And I genuinely, I have like, look at the X-Men shelf behind me. I really have no space for Mojo currently. So my thinking is that I will at some point. I pre-ordered Longshot, retro Longshot. So I think what I will do is get the deluxe Mojo at some point down the line. That deluxe Mojo goes for like £25 in sales everywhere here now. So, and considering I don't have the space for Mojo, considering that I'm not in a rush to get him, he's not one of my top 10, 15, 50 favorite characters, but because he is a cool looking action figure, I think I would just play the long game on him and just pick him up down the line, I think.
Yeah, I've started taking measurements. I'm thinking I'm going to have to build some sort of custom tier. You know, I love my risers.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking about expanding a riser shelf, like making a custom riser just to plop Mojo on it so I can display him amongst my X-Men. Because I don't want him slanting, you know, like leaning or anything like that. So.
Yeah, because I have nowhere for him, Longshot or Dazzler, or I don't even know where I'm gonna fit Avalanche on the with the Brotherhood over here. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but the X-Men shelf is like there's no more room at the inn.
Yeah. No, again, it's coming to that time. I'm the same.
In fact, every shelf is probably like that. But still,
my display's a mess at the minute. But like, I'm the same as you. Where this is where I display my legends. That's it. This is the only room I've got. So like, as soon as I start running out of room here, I'm like, okay, maybe I need to start thinking about, am I buying too much? Do I need to sell some off? Because I hate selling stuff off, but then I feel like I never take advantage of the aftermarket either. I did put up a new shelf this week. That's my only positive. So there you go. I've got a new shelf. It took me longer than it should have, but I have put a new shelf up.
And you sold the Phoenix 2-pack finally, didn't you?
No, I definitely didn't. I'm keeping that forever now. Sentimental reasons. But I've got a shelf now for the VHS figures. So now I can actually display them. So
I just thought it's a shame Ryan's not coming to MCM. You could have got him to sign it, because that was his the first item that he pitched, wasn't it?
Yeah, indeed,
I think.
Indeed. Richard, you good, my friend?
Yeah, check your emails. I just sent you some news.
Oh, okay, there is some news. Okay, the super producer was super producer in. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Oh, there is news. Yes. Okay, perfect. Shall we just jump straight into that and we can come back?
Yeah.
We've got all day to talk about toys. So
Ryan and Dwight have just been on the Marvel channel. It is at 1 hour and 28 of day 2 of the live stream. If anyone's looking for it, I've just posted a link in the chat as well. And thank you to HM who just sent me the picture as well, a screen cap of it. So they revealed a brand new figure.
You can set it up because I need to press a button and everyone can see it.
So it is a new figure from the Black Panther. I think it's from the movie. They didn't say where it was coming from or where it was going to be available. Just that it would be available later this year. And they said they can't say anything else about it. So they didn't say who it is, just that it's the Black Panther. Well, and they've shown this.
Let's speculate. Okay, there it is. So a brand new Black Panther. Brandon's seen it for the first time. There's his reaction.
It's like one of those reaction videos now, isn't it?
Yes, it's all right. I'm going to clip this and put it on the channel. Brandon's reaction to new Black Panther figure. So that's clearly a female Black Panther that looks very, very similar to the Black Panther we seen at the end of the second Wakanda Forever trailer. Now,
see, I'm telling you, they're not. Okay, go ahead.
Well, all I'm saying is that no one knows for sure yet, but obviously it's heavily expected to be Shuri, because she's got the same sort of war paint on the mask that she did in the first film. Like, it's very much her, I think, anyway. So I know a lot of people want it to be Nakia or whatever, but I don't think that's the case. But anyway, first impressions. It's clearly an MCU figure for me. That doesn't look like a comic book figure at all. That's definitely got to be that 7th figure. Maybe that's Fort Knox, that mystery Fort Knox. But Brandon, what's first impression since you genuinely just seen that there?
I'm trying to. Rich, did you email it to me as well, or just to Dan? I want to zoom in.
Just to Dan. Sorry.
I'll email
Look
it.
at him with his popcorn. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I want to zoom in.
Let me just go off screen while I email it to you. That's all.
Okay, thank you. What was I going to say? Epic, man. I can't wait. That trailer, I cry every time. Shout out to Bring Toys to Work, who was probably crying with me every time as well. I think it was great. It's so curious. I I think it's so obviously Shuri because, like you say, the design of it and as well the stature of it, you know. But at the same time, it's if I don't know why they would be playing ambiguous if, like, on one hand they're being ambiguous about it, as in Marvel Studios entirely, including Marvel Legends, blah blah blah. But then at the same time, they're kind of suggesting that it is Shuri, but then it seems like there's multiple people in the suit, and it's like it's touch and go. But okay, wait, let me see. Oh my god, look at she got double jointed elbows and
pinless as well.
Yeah.
Well, it seems pinless. It's a bit blurry, but it seems.
And by the it's blurry, so you can't really tell. I was gonna say, I wonder if she's got a hinge at the neck, or if she's got a ball joint. I wonder if that's paintwork or sculpt work. It looks like sculpt work.
I wonder if there's an
I like
unmasked
the
head
claws
as well.
This is the thing, right? And I said this to you guys earlier this week when we were discussing, like, every MCU wave this year has had a seventh figure that doesn't have a Build-A-Figure piece.
Yep.
Right? Doctor Strange from No Way Home, and Armored Thor from Love and Thunder. So, and Moon Knight from Disney Plus. So this, in theory, is that seventh figure from that wave. And I had said to you guys, I wonder if the reason why it's being held back is because there's an unmasked head in there that will give away who the identity of this Panther is, which would then ruin the entire marketing of the movie, of them trying to build that suspense to who it is, which I think is great that they're doing that. I think it's nicer that they would do that than just reveal it in a trailer rather than the full movie experience. But I think this looks amazing. This is really exciting.
I'm glad my thumbnail was super accurate to the live stream, because we do actually have some news from New York Comic Con. So thank you very much, Rich. What's your first impressions of this? Clearly Siri, right?
I don't know. See, I don't know. I wonder if they'll play it like everyone is Black Panther, like a bunch of different people, and then at the end one of them will do it like a red herring thing. I wonder if Shuri relates to the comic books more, doesn't it? And she's been in the comic, and I think for that, like, to follow like the lineage, everything like that, I think Shuri is the most likely candidate.
Yeah, like the lineage, like it's got like the Black Panther is meant to be passed down through the royal family, right? So it makes sense that if he hasn't got no brothers, she'd be the next one in the line. Yeah. So it seems like it. But again, people in the chat, I think people are saying there could be an army of them, or multiple people, just like you suggested, Rich. But still, it's nice to know it's coming. We've seen it. We actually seen a few frames of it in the trailer, so we know there is a female Black Panther in the suit, which looked really cool. And the figure, obviously, only, again, a blurry image, but I'm sure we'll get some more details down the line. But it's news all the same. So yeah, there you go. Straight out of New York Comic Con, we have some Marvel Legends news. Hooray! Well, my title was correct. I don't have to go and edit that. Thank you very much. Who was that? Rich? Who sent it your way?
HM on the chat, but it was it's on I put a link in the chat. It is on the Marvel page at, I think, 1 hour and 28 minutes, I said. So on day 2 of that, Ryan and Dwight are having a show. They show off like in-hand images of the stuff we saw at PulseCon as well. So they've got like VHS Cyclops, they've got the Daredevil 3-pack. I think they go through like the items that we missed at PulseCon type of thing.
They're just trying to hammer them home.
Yeah, and obviously they're going through the Ghost Rider HasLab as well. And the other bit of news that's come out from that as well is that they're going to reveal the extra add-on next week. So I'm guessing there's another tier, which would be another figure, maybe. Yeah,
it's got to be another figure, isn't it? They've already confirmed that all the tiers were meant to be. Sorry, I'm just trying to find that live stream. What time did you say it was, Rich?
128, I'd say.
128, yeah. So they've already confirmed that all the tiers for the HasLab were going to be...
There you go, right on it.
Yeah, were going to be 6-inch figures. So there we go. Ted, where you at? Okay, Ted's a bit lonely today, so if I get distracted by him, then I do apologise. There you go. So yeah, Ryan and Dwight on the Marvel live stream. They always do give little tidbits on these type of things, whether it's be San Diego or New York. But there we go. It's in his hands. I can't really zoom in, but there it is. But yeah, curious. So clearly more Black Panther figures to come. There have been a few leaked lists, as we know, as well, with names but no actual character information. So I'm sure as we get closer to the movie, more figures will be revealed. I think most MCU waves had a deluxe to go with it. I'm thinking Defender Strange with Doctor Strange, Did Thor get one? Did Thor: Love and Thunder get a deluxe?
It had the Thor Ragnarok one, didn't it?
Oh, a comic version, but it was in
Yeah,
theme with.
and then
yeah.
and then Go ended up being the Amazon exclusive. That was on the same Thor code as what the Thor figures used.
Yeah. Okay, let me jump back in case I got hit with monetization or something. Okay, let's talk about some new toys then. Because Rich, you said you still have it. Like, this isn't rubbing in. I'm genuinely curious. I've been trying to keep up on the chat. But my Gore arrived, so shipped from Amazon, but I got it via Royal Mail.
Oh my god!
So what's going on with yours? Like, genuine question. Clearly you don't have it.
Oh, hold on. No, wait. Live unboxing.
Hey, you got a
Let's
shipper
go.
box.
I got a shipper box, bruh.
I didn't get a shipper box.
Yeah, I got a shipper box. It says Hasbro Marvel Legends, Thor Comics, Gore
Look,
action
I can't
figure
moan.
down
Rich
here
doesn't
on
even have the figure, and I'm
barcode.
moaning about a shipper box. But no, I didn't get the shipper box. Is all I'm saying. But he's here. He's here.
I've got Mystique though.
Have I got Mystique too? There we go. Now we just need the last one, right? Cyclops, and that's it. We're game over. Done for X-Men for a while at least.
Yeah, no more X-Men VHSs for at least a year. I think they said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They might come out.
How are the arms on Mystique?
It's the same, right? Just single.
Single jointed, Brandon. They don't match the back. Where have you been the last 2 weeks? Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, my bad. I keep forgetting. I'm losing track of all the incorrect artwork and stuff like that, like crazy. It's a shame though, because it would have made a difference. Really would have made a difference, and the face looks nice.
Oh wow! Look, he's pinless.
Yeah, open the figure and find out.
Yeah, I'm just teasing. I think he looks great regardless.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going through some
And
new
I
toys.
think of that whole wave. This was probably the best one that they'd brought out. I think.
A brand new character.
Although
for the
to be
display.
fair, that being said, Valkyrie and Jane Thor were great. Mighty Thor.
So you've got a Terex the Tamer there, the reissue of the 2012 Builder figure. I'm guessing 2012.
It's like I've gone back in time 10 years and paid twice the price of it. Oh no, actually, it wasn't twice the price because it was the Builder figure. When I got it all in one look. Thanks, Hasbro.
Yeah. Apparently the deck is a little different, but I can't tell. Not from screen. Bit darker.
Yeah, a little bit darker. And then this figure,
The Fallen.
which is like a new head on a very old body. Yeah,
See the
nice.
first Herald, the Fallen. Is that his
Yeah.
thing? The Thirst, yeah.
He's like the one they forgot about. Like, so yeah, he's like the first.
I hadn't ordered that one yet. I don't know why, but I do want it. I just hadn't got it yet. I think it's because the price put me off for a little bit. But I've just sold a Carnage. Do you know a Carnage from the most recent Carnage with all the sculpted detail on it and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How much for?
£65, I think it was.
Loose or in
No,
box?
in box. I just put it on eBay.
Brand new or open?
Brand new. Haven't touched it. It was one of those extras I brought, knowing it may go up in value, playing the market. But I put it on eBay. People can pay what they want. I didn't like put it up for crazy money. It's like someone wants to pay it.
YouTube scalper.
I know, yeah. Ray Ortiz for the super chat. Thank you very much, Ray Ortiz. First time here on a Friday.
I'm at NYCC today and I got to see the HasLab in person. It looks great. I spoke to Dwight and he told me that the wheels will roll with the flame effect.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Ray Ortiz. So he says, I'm at New York Comic Con today and I got to see the HasLab in person. It looks great. I spoke to Dwight and he told me that the wheels will roll with the flame effects. Now, I'm sure they will, but obviously the flames will be too long. So, like, they'll roll if you're holding it in the air, but you're not going to be able to roll it along the floor, are you, with the flame effects? At least not in my head. I don't know.
One quick question.
Thank you,
For
Ray, by
anybody
the way.
who's
Thank you,
at
Ray.
for anyone who's at New York Comic Con, the Tamashii Nations booth for SHF for Dragon Ball, there's a New York Comic Con Dragon Ball exclusive, which is Broly. Oh, yeah, Rich, you'll know what I mean, right? Broly.
Yeah.
There's Broly.
Do you want me to give his
And-
history or?
Well, no, because I was about to listen. I'm 28 minutes past my bedtime, you two. Okay, so no making fun. I was I don't even remember what I was saying.
He's a
Really?
big
well,
Goku, Dan. Yeah, he's a big
Okay,
Goku.
that's all I need to know.
Yeah,
Big
there you
Goku,
go. Yeah,
big Goku.
because I forgot Dan doesn't know. Blah blah blah.
Just a hench
So
Goku.
yeah, and he's a version of him is the exclusive at New York Comic Con this year, and I can't quite tell whether he's worth getting or not. And so far, I've told myself, well, he's not worth getting because it's not like it's easy for me to get him anyway. But my question is there anyone in the chat who's at New York Comic Con who may or may not be available to go and get one for me if I ask very nicely with a couple of pleases and a cherry on top? Because then that'll help tip my decision making as to whether I should or shouldn't.
It's on a weekend, right? It's New York Comic Con. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's in the universe now. If anyone's at New York Comic Con and wants to help out Brandon, getting him a hench Goku, aka Broly, then hit him up.
Yeah,
hit him up.
But bear in mind, I probably shouldn't. So don't feel like you should all flood my DMs anytime
Don't message him.
soon.
Whatever you want. However you feel about the situation.
Just take pictures of you a copy and show it to Brandon and be like, fuck you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Do that instead. Let's try and help Brandon exercise some willpower.
Let me say hello to the chat here because I feel like I'm neglecting them. They're staying up with us.
Yeah,
late.
I was gonna say
they're up with us late. I do again, which when I'm changing the times on people, I do feel bad. So if you're in the chat, and now's the time to say hello. Let it pop up on screen. But let me scroll up and I'm just gonna start shouting out names. All right. If I see you, I want to shout you out. Okay. So I've got Paul Morales, Crescent Blue Zero, Greg Finstad, sorry, Arshavin, Omega Weapon 13, Toy Graffiti, Mark Rose, Nasa, The Fossil, Cloud, Foxwell, Jarhead, Figures and Vinyl, which is Stu, as we know. He supports Man City, as we know. Omega Weapon 13, 10 Bones, Jay's Toys Collection UK, of course. Thank you for staying up late. I think he was watching Indiana Jones before we went live today. You know what he's like, watching stuff with figures. He has to enable himself. He's like his own worst enabler. Gary A. Mini Plastic Multiverse is going to open my Mojo set while watching the show. So many figures dropping this week, though. Yes, I know how you feel. Let me know what you think of Mojo. First thoughts. Mike Hex. Thank you. Alfie. Home Dude. Gary A. Tariq. Caleb. Dominique. P. Literal Action Figs. Rush. Bring toys to work. How are you doing? I think we're in his ears while he's working today, so hopefully we're not too much of a distraction. McButter Golem, the Casual Collector, I'm Manuel. If I say your name twice, then bonus points. Cheeky Monkey Kiara, Loki, Trevor, aka 16 Shooter, Jason Lopez, the Retweeting King. See any name? Fuzzy Duplop. Am I saying that right? Probably.
I got money in the bank.
Ray Ortiz is back at it. Thank you very much, Ray. What's he saying?
Ray Ortiz donated $4.99.
Thank you, Ray.
The flames attach to the center of the wheel so the wheels will roll freely.
Oh, okay. Nice. That's good to know. So you can roll it with the flame effects on. Okay. That is good to know. It is one of those things that people weren't sure of. It was like, is it going to be static or not? But it is good to know these little pieces of information. So Ray, as I said, we've got people on the front line. Ray is there at New York Comic Con finding out this for us. So we appreciate you, Ray. Any names that I missed there? Probably lots of names that I missed. Rick Jones, Blaine Sanchez, Big Will 2K99 says pow pow pow. Justin collects. Ed Who collects. Anyone I missed? Did anyone I missed that? I've tried to spot everyone.
Hero Collections,
Jalen Parks. There you go. Okay, cool. Basically, I just wanted to say, I see yous, I appreciate you. We're streaming a little bit later today, so as you can tell, we probably shouldn't do this again. We're all over the place. But we have got some new toys, so that's what we're here to do. We're just here to share some of our new toys with you. I guess that's, again, we're one big circle here. So what else have we got? Oh, okay. I've got this. My review is up on the channel right now, and I've already put it. It's already in a nice protector case. I brought one in advance, ready to go. But it is, of course, the cel shaded animated Spider-Man. My review's on the channel right now. I said in my review that this was the same as the Amazing Spider-Man body, but people were very quick to point out in the comments, as they usually are, that apparently the shoulders are different. They're a little bit shorter or smaller or something. Again, it looks close enough to me. I know, shame on me.
Should have known that.
I'm just going to quit YouTube, to be honest. That was probably my last review. ridiculous. I hate playing that game, honestly, because if you say something wrong, it comes with the territory, so obviously it's my own fault. But if you say something wrong in a review, it's just human nature for people to want to jump in the comments and point you out. Like, so that's on me. It's my own doing. But it's pretty damn freaking close, people. Come on, give me the benefit of the doubt. Like, a crease is different, I think, or something like that. Anyway, there he is if you want to see. It's a pretty good Spider-Man. Apparently there's a mod I've been seeing online today where if you pop out the arms and, like, cut off one of the mushroom pegs in the butterfly joint, you get a much better extended range.
Yeah, shout out to Artman Customs. He was the originator on that one.
Okay,
he did it with the new Black Panther. He did it with Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, which obviously is the cel-shaded Spider-Man's body.
Yeah, nice. So again, my feelings on cel shading, like, it's not my preferred choice. Like, a lot of people jump in the comments and be like, cel shading is terrible, like thinking I'm like an advocate for it. If you watch more than 2 videos on this channel, then you know cel shading is not something that I particularly prefer, but in my brain I've came to the realization that cel shading on an action figure is meant to represent an animated representation of that character, the same way that my Toon Turtles from NECA have cel shading on. In any other, if they represent any other form of the turtles, it would look a bit weird, but because they're the cartoon turtles, the cel shading sort of makes sense. So that's how my brain works with Marvel Legends. Like, so if I'm building a collection, like the VHS box set figures, would I have liked an uncel shaded Morph? Yes, of course I would. However, if they're all going to fit in one collection, then he needs to be on theme with the rest of the VHS figures. That's just how my brain works, people, all right? They're their own subsections of my collection, okay? So my VHSs, as I said, I'm proud of my shelf putting up skills, so I'm just going to show it off every opportunity I get. So look how straight that is. Beautiful. What work, what craftsmanship. So yeah, there you go. See, I can display all my VHS figures in front of that. I just need to review Mystique and then I can finally display them all. And do you know what? I'm very happy to know that I won't have to touch that shelf for a year. I can just be like, right, there's my VHS X-Men on display in front of the VHS boxes. Happy days. So, but I am sad about this because I've invested so much into this retro card. I don't want to start a whole nother collection with cel shaded Spider-Man characters on a VHS. But I'm going to be suckered into it because I'm an idiot. But that's how I feel.
You know what you should do? That top right-hand shelf, you should make into a Marvel animation shelf.
Yeah, maybe. There's definitely more room for VHS because we know we've only got 2 more.
And What If?
Yeah, maybe. You're right.
Oh, quick, Craven the Collector's asking where you got the protective case from.
From a place called DC Protector. I'll find the link and just post it. No sponsorship. They don't know I exist, but I'll find it here. They do collector cases for loads of stuff. Protector, Deflector... .co.uk or something like that. I can't read, people. You know me. I'll post it. The link's in the chat. There you go. I'm posting it in the chat. Free publicity for them. Someone let them know that Dan Who sent them. But there you go. They do them for everything, by the way. Like my Kingpin. I brought an extra one for my Kingpin and Rhino. I brought an extra. What's his name? Apocalypse. Got another Apocalypse for it. So yeah, for me, I brought one for every one of the 20th anniversary figures as well, and they even did a thicker one for Hulk. So I've actually got all my 20th anniversary doubles all in cards as well, and it's like just stuff that I don't plan on reselling. You know, it's the stuff that I want to keep in my collection forever and a day. That's when I buy these, and it does make a difference for sure. Because if I drop this or something, it's protected at least, and it won't dent the card. So this is very sought after. A lot of people ask me where I got it. I got mine from In-Demand Toys, as I always do. All my pre-orders for Marvel Legends are with In-Demand Toys. But I got a second one. My second pre-order was with Pulse, I think, because I panicked ordered. But it did release in all the other places as well. Comic and Cocktail, Star Action Figures, Kapow Toys. But I haven't seen it go back in stock anywhere yet. Like, literally nowhere.
They all sold out really quick, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think some had sold out even before it shipped. Like, they sold out on pre-orders.
Yeah. So
I think Pulse had them in again, like, for maybe an hour.
Did they? When?
Yeah, maybe on. When did it came in stock? I think Monday, right?
Monday,
so I think
yeah,
it was maybe
3rd.
Friday.
Okay.
Maybe Thursday or Friday, sometime last week. I remember looking at it, thinking, "Oh wow, it's back in, like, available for pre-order," which was stupid. I should have just got another one. That thing's selling for silly money.
Yeah. Because in the US, again, I apologise to my US friends, but this is a Walmart exclusive, which apparently cancelled pre-orders on people, and they're just not very reliable. So no one's found it at retail yet in the US either. So.
And I've seen Lizard has started shipping in like
Mailers.
paper bags from Walmart. Yeah. And the other thing about that is that when it's a Walmart exclusive in the US, typically it means that the allocation that our stores get here is smaller.
Yeah, that's why it sells out quicker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
although that being said, Doctor Strange didn't sell out, and neither did Ulick.
They linger for a little bit, that's for sure. Did you both get this?
Spider-Man is different.
Did you both get him as well?
It's an animated.
No.
I got 2.
So question then to you about this. As I said, I just went on a little bit of a ramble about cell shading. Now that they're moving away from the retro cards, obviously they want to stay on that Spider-Man hype. Clearly, the Spider-Man retro cards have been popular and they can't do them anymore, so they're sort of redirecting their VHS line, which they've always sort of hinted they're going to do. Do you reckon moving forward now that all the Spider-Man figures on that VHS line are going to continue the pattern of being cel shaded, and is it something that interests you, Brandon? Considering you have him.
Yeah, I mean, I will same with the X-Men VHS line. I will pick and choose with this. Was that your question about?
Yeah, I guess so. But if you're picking and choosing,
I was focused on the pose.
No, it's all good. If you're picking and choosing your cel shaded characters, do you just mix them in a comic display? Does that bother you?
It doesn't bother me. I think for me, the picking and choosing comes down to the quality of the figure.
Okay.
Right. So for example, and the timing of the figure. So for example, Wolverine and Spider-Man I got because they were the first of their respective lines. Storm I got because she was a great update in terms of her photoreal deco on the face. Morph I got because it's a brand new body, brand new figure, brand new character in the line.
Morph, yeah.
Those are the only 3 VHS X-Men figures that I've gotten. When it comes to Spider-Man, I just realized that's really flexible and flimsy.
The Necro sword is definitely not flexible and flimsy.
That's what we get for having it first. That's it. That's the deal you get.
With the Spider-Man line, I think for me, definitely obviously gone for Spider-Man because I think you have to. Mainly for me because that I've got the cel shaded Venom. So already I compare Spider-Man with Venom, and if I didn't get any others, I'd die a happy man.
Are they open? Have you got your cel shaded Venom open?
Yeah, he's behind me somewhere.
Yeah. So I didn't open mine, so it's a bit weird.
Yeah, because I didn't go for the Venom 2-pack, the Noel Venom 2-pack.
Okay.
So that Venom is, I think, my main Venom on the shelf.
I keep forgetting that you're like 10 years younger than me as well. So like that Spider-Man animated show that I love and hold so dearly is not the same for you. You don't have that same attachment.
I remember seeing reruns of it on Fox Kids, but again, it wasn't like my Marvel animated shows was X-Men Evolution and Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That was my version of your
of course.
Spider-Man animated and X-Men animated. What did you say, Rich? Sorry. So I mean, until we get like a DVD box set line of those characters, then I'll be like getting 2 of each or whatever. But I think for me, I will then pick and choose, like for example, Carnage and Symbiote Spider-Man. My guess is that because it's an animated Spider-Man, the Symbiote Spider-Man would have to be on that Amazing Fantasy body
That's
again.
What I was going to say. It's going to be.
You're not going to get. You're not going to get different size bodies. At which point I would consider it because that body I think is worth investing in because it's pinless. It's pinless. It's double jointed. Blah 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 blah. I think the Carnage. Given you just sold yours for 65, I'm wondering if I could sell mine for like 45 because it's open, but everything is there. So therefore, I would be considerate of getting that. But for me, it just depends. It all depends on the quality of the figure and whether it's worth upgrading to.
Oh, Ted's brought in his squeak toy for the live stream. That's great. That's some great entertainment there, Ted. You want to show people your toy? Sorry, he's wandering around lonely because Amanda's not in. This is his favourite toy at the minute. It's a vegetable. Does anyone want to take a guess at what vegetable it is?
Is it a courgette?
It isn't a courgette, no. Any other guesses? Ted, they're guessing your thing.
Is it I was going to say banana. That's
not a fruit.
It's too late. Broccoli. Is it a broccoli?
Ah, no, it's not. Interesting. Any more? Brandon,
potato?
It's not. Brandon, any guesses? Any guesses from the chat? Teddy's new favourite toy is a vegetable, but what vegetable is it? This is the type of content you get when we stream too late on a Friday night, by the way, people. All right? Guess the vegetable.
Well, everyone's saying carrot.
How do they know? Yes, it's a carrot. How did they know? Someone's seen this. Your carrot's famous, Ted. They knew about it. Will you stop squeaking it while I'm on the stream, though, please? Thank you, Ted. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I'm being too sweet to him because Amanda's not in and he's really depressed.
Oh yes, it's White Rabbit tribute from Ted. Look, that's what the chat is saying.
It's really funny you mention that because we're
Go on, Ted. Go get it.
We're I'm currently dog sitting my sister's dog, and my mum is away, so it's just me and my dad. And he loves me, but he loves my mum. So he like walks around and he just is like, where is she? She's not here. In the same way that Ted's probably doing that for Amanda.
He's just sniffing around now. Okay, back to Legends then. Question for Rich. Same question about the VHS stuff. You're like me. You've gone all in on the VHS X-Men stuff. But is your attachment to Spider-Man the same? I'm going to guess not.
No, I used to, like, when Spider-Man was on, I used to get on my bike and then go to the shop and buy chocolates instead, because I'd be like, when's X-Men back on?
Okay.
Fucking Andy Peters, why is this shitty show on?
And Zoe Ball, wasn't it? Was Jamie Theakston ever on Live and Kicking?
Yeah, it was Zoe Ball and James Stevenson after Andy Peters and Emma, I want to say Emma Thompson. That's not. It's not. It was definitely not Emma Thompson.
I can't remember an Emma.
Emma Phillips. It was Emma someone. She was on it with Andy Peters.
I just remember Rugrats. Like, Rugrats will be one of the first cartoons on it. Yeah. And then it will be X-Men, the animated series. And I can't remember what else, but like I remember Rugrats and X-Men animated series, Live and Kicking, Saturday morning kids TV. That's a thing of the past now, which kids miss out on, to be fair. Like Live and Kicking, SMTV, stuff like that.
X-Men was the best one though, and it's like, look at that.
Ah, it's Blue
little
Baby.
Baby Nightcrawler. That's where you should get Ted. His little baby Nightcrawler.
He does
Trick
like
this baby.
Hulk.
Trick this baby.
He does like Baby Hulk. Look, he heard me say Baby Hulk and he came back in. Hulk, Baby Hulk.
That's the blue one, look. Now available in blue.
He's looking at the screen. Come on, Ted.
Look, Ted, look at that. Oh no, he like
No,
carrots.
it's
Carrots are better.
Told you. You're more
What's
healthy
that?
than me. Ted's had more carrots than me.
Oh, Emma Forbes, Phil Jones is saying. Thanks, Phil
Emma
Jones.
Forbes. I don't remember Emma Forbes. Maybe I'd remember a picture as such, but still. Okay, cool. What else have I got? I'm looking around. I'm just like, I've got the whole Black Panther wave.
I know what I got, and I said I wasn't gonna get it, but I did get it.
There you go. You were distracted earlier when I was talking about it.
I got this, the Mojo World box set.
Have you opened it?
No, I haven't opened it. I just been busy doing nothing really this week, but I have been busy.
You're the same. You've had it off as well, haven't you? So like, it's just been a weird week. Bring Toys to Work with the donation.
Bring
Thank you very
Toys
much.
to Work donated
Friday read that out.
$5.
While Teddy
I need to be
beeps.
careful with the amounts I give so Dan doesn't ban me again, but besides MCM Comic Con London, are there any other cons this year that you think we'll see reveals?
Much
Or do you
appreciated.
think
Bring Toys to
Hasbro will
Work.
go back to live streams before the holidays?
Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Michael. You know I do. And yes, you're banned. You're far too generous. He says, I need to be careful with the amounts I give. Sedan does ban me, blah, blah, blah. Besides MCM Comic-Con, are there any other cons this year that you'll think you'll see reveals? Or do you think they go back to the live streams before the holidays? I don't know. That's a good question in regards to will we see another Marvel panel live stream before Christmas? I'm going to say yes.
I think
100%. I think we should put a poll in the chat.
I can do
Should
that.
Dan attend both Saturday and Sunday for MCM Comic Con, or should Dan only attend the Saturday?
No. Let me just ask the
Let's
question.
put
Who's
that
going?
poll in the chat.
He said if you give him the top bunk, he'll stay for both nights. That's what he said.
Who's going?
I told him I'll make up the bed.
He says
You
I can
get
stay
the
in that
whole damn
room.
room.
He says I can stay in that exact room
That's
he's in.
just it.
Right? And if
Dan, you could rob everything.
I
You
know,
never
yeah.
know.
I'm gonna take stuff from the back shelf. I'm gonna mix stuff around.
No,
Oh,
Take a bunch
Listen,
of Age of Apocalypse and they would just put them in
These
and
guys,
rob the
these
good
guys are going to
figures.
be locked in key.
I think I've got some extra Jean Greys from Age of Apocalypse somewhere. I'm gonna put them around. All right, I'm gonna put MCM London. I'm genuinely gonna ask our audience because I doubt it'll be a lot. To be fair, this poll is gonna be a lot of no's, but I'm just curious who is going to MCM London, right? So because I'm definitely gonna go on the Saturday, 100%. That's the day Hasbro are there. I want to go and just watch the panels. I want to have a little shop, a little browse, a little look around. But like, I don't like crowds. Like, I've always been very honest about that. I don't particularly like people too much. And I don't know. I just feel I want to get in and I want to get gone. I want to see some friends. I want to actually say hello to some people because I haven't seen Brandon since we did since In Demand. I haven't seen
last freaking May.
Yeah, I haven't seen Rich ever in my life. Like, he could be a hologram. Who knows?
I'm not going though.
I know you're not. I know you're not going. I'm just saying.
I'm in a Halloween party. Otherwise, I would be there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll turn up in cosplay and then you would know it's me. And I'll be like, hello. And you'd be like, oh, leave me alone.
Who is going MCM Comic Con? Yeah, London. When's the date, Brandon?
28th, is there?
29th, 30th, 31st.
I'll just put end of hoc. Okay, yes or no? Ask a community. So I want to go and say hello to some
29th,
people.
30th.
So if there's any UK people out there, then I definitely want to say hello to some people in person. Like, I got jealous when I seen like some of the Legends of Liquor crew. I think Phil met up with Jamie, Jay, and Tanner. Tanner was like just in someone's pocket, I think, in the photograph. Like, but I want to go and meet him all the same and just put him in my pocket too and just be like, I'm not.
How tall are you?
Not that tall. So like, I am only joking. I'm just winding him up. Brandon's taller. He'd be taller than everyone. But yeah, I want to go and.
No, you know who's taller than me is Dante.
Okay, but is he going to MCM London? Probably not.
Well,
That'll be fine. There you go. So. Yeah, I'll go MCM London on the Saturday to just go and, as I said, have a little browse. I like to browse the shop, but I'm not like, you know, like when you go shopping with a woman, they like spend ages in a shop, just ages.
Women, man.
Don't know what they're fucking doing. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They just spend ages. Like, I'm there with all the other blokes sat on the changing room chairs with a load of bags, going, yeah, this is why I never come shopping with her.
Why don't you just go to shop on your own? Why don't you just leave her and go like, I'll go to some of the shop that I want to go to?
Yeah, this is the point I'm getting to, right? So I'll do that, but I'm literally like a bloke on a browse, like up and down the aisles, have a look, scan, and I'm out. In and I'm out, like quick. No, like, lingering. So, like, I'll do that. I'll go and look in free shops. I'll come back and she's still trying shit on. So, like, this is the thing. Like, if I want to go and look at MCM Comic Con London, I guarantee I'll do the aisles and then I'll see everything. I'll be like, okay, I've seen everything now. Now I'm homesick. I want to go home. I have to so. But I'll spend the day with Brandon. I think I'll drive to Brandon, and he said that his show for us to the show, which I appreciate. So I don't have to drive in the centre. So yeah, I'll make it happen. But I'll be seeing a Brandon by the end, and we'll film some content for it. Of course we will. I'll bring my camera.
Jay says I should cosplay as Al McWiggum from Toy Story because I look like him.
Why don't someone...
That's what he does, isn't it?
Why don't... he's the guy that fixes the toys, isn't he? Yeah. You should wear a chicken suit because that's what Al does in Al's Toy Barn. He wears a chicken suit. Someone should cosplay as Rich can't be there. And then take a picture with me and Brandon so we can pretend that we're all together. So... Dan says you got to stay. Dan, you got to stay for the panels. No, I will stay for the panels. Of course I will. No, what I'm saying, I go on the Saturday and I'll spend the whole day there. I'll watch the panels. I'll try and talk to the Marvel team. I want to talk to Emily from the G.I. Joe team as well. Film some content, of course. Have a little look, see if I can buy any toys, if there's anything I fancy. Say hello to some people. Maybe get something to eat, and then
poor Emily coming to the UK after Pulse have announced that. I would just phone in sick now, Emily. I wouldn't even bother.
I'm nice, though. I'm not. I'll be nice about it, but it is horrible.
Yeah, but look,
it's not her fault.
When was the last time you went to a convention?
I went to one in Birmingham before COVID, but it was.
Yeah, but before COVID,
I was in the queue. This is a fact, right? I was in the queue longer than I was at the convention because I was queuing for hours with with who I went with. And then I was in the convention. I was like, this is shit. I'm gone.
My point being, everything you just said about, we can do this and this and this and this on the Saturday, right? We need Saturday and Sunday.
Maybe.
To do all of that, we need Saturday and Sunday.
Maybe. So far, 93%.
It's not like I've been to MCM 5 years running or anything like that.
So far, 93% of our audience are not going. So I'll be meeting 8% of them, which is 8%'s not bad. It's probably 4 people. But
97% of our audience are from America.
Yeah,
to
be fair.
So technically, that's how many percent? See, wait, there's 10. If 10%, how many percent are going? 7%.
So 8%
so technically, if 7% of an eligible 10% who could go are going, that's like 7 out of 10. That's like 70%.
There's
That
like
doesn't make
3
any
people
sense.
going in
Ignore
our
me.
chat. 3 people.
We're
if that.
53 minutes
And you-
past my bedtime.
And you and me are
Ignore
2 of them. Loki says that Dan Yoon's going. Will there be some Dan and Dan action? Depends what action you want to see. I'll film a video and ask him some questions if you consider that action. Hopefully I'll get a chance to speak to the Marvel team before that anyway. So we'll see what happens. But it's always the next interview I do, if I'm lucky enough to do another interview, will be super awkward because people are going to want to ask me questions that I know they can't answer. So instead, people are just going to call me like a shill or whatever. But it's like, I can't ask them questions about the corporate ins and outs of Hasbro when it's the Marvel team wanting you to ask questions about Marvel product. Like, people are crazy. But
Can you please explain to us why you've got a 50% rise when the economy is crashing and you've just sacked 60% of your sack? Come on, Daniel, tell me now.
Exactly. Like, I feel like I do not believe or like the way Hasbro go about conducting their business. Of course I don't. It's ridiculous. Like, some of the stuff they're coming out with is only to please shareholders and stockholders. It's not to like accommodate the general public that are buying this product. They assume that the general public don't read their like.
That is like, that's any corporation though. It's
exactly
like any corporation. If they could choose choose their customers, they wouldn't choose any of us.
But look, okay. If anyone in the chat, could increase their profits by 50% and bring home an additional 50%, they would bring home an additional 50%. So get off Hasbro's back. If I'm a shill, I'm a shill. While I was away, every time I logged on to Instagram, right?
Let me go get my. I'm just off to get my spade for a second. I got this hole to keep digging.
I will dig it and bury myself in it. Yeah, happily. Every time I logged onto Instagram while I was away, it was just negative barrage after negative barrage. All of you go home and cry yourselves to sleep.
People
right?
are allowed to
if
be
Hasbro
negative.
wanna up their stuff by 50%, I think they should do it by flipping 60%.
Don't say that. Look,
oh my god!
Don't say that. You're gonna get me in trouble. Look.
Yeah.
People
if you hold on. If you listen. I would have.
Look at me eating his popcorn. He's got that already, ain't he?
No. I'll set up.
Can I have some? Right? Can I have some?
If I could have, if I was really excited to get a new Terrax to go with my Galactus. Yeah, Terrax was in the Earth's Mightiest Hero show. I love Terrax, and I was really excited for that figure. But they dropped the ball on it, literally with ball joints, right? And it was like silly money at 70
I think
pounds,
they dropped their balls
blah.
down your throat, Brandon, because that's like...
I would welcome it. I would welcome it.
Don't say that, Brandon.
Let's go.
No, don't. Honestly.
What I'm saying is, right, that I had a decision to make. Do I spend £70 or whatever it was on a Herald's 2-pack for a Herald I don't need and a Herald that isn't as good as I would have liked? And do I enjoy it and do what I want with it? Or do I look in the mirror, remind myself that I'm a grown-up, and don't cry myself to sleep about it and post 10 posts on Instagram about how much Hasbro's done me wrong? Do you know what I mean?
Look, all I wanted to say...
The lot of you, grow up.
All I wanted to say is that, like, I just like... People mistake my love for the product for love for the company. I don't give a shit about the company. I don't care if Hasbro are doing well or not. I just like Marvel and I like world building and buying action figures. That's all it is. Like, so I don't like the way Hasbro go about doing their business, but I try not to stress about things I can't control. So like, exactly. I just enjoy the toys. That's all it is. But it's like, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. The community's gone weird at the minute, but I keep getting myself in trouble, and I feel like Wade's gonna make me dig a deeper hole later. So
I would say the same to Wade too. I love Wade, but Wade puts on blinders like this, and I would tell him this straight. I would rap it to him if he really asked me to. I would rap it to him while cuddling a odious plushie, right? Wade asks all these questions, but puts on the blinders when talking about like business stuff. Like, you can't put on blinders and ignore business when we're talking about, to quote somebody, it's the toy business, people.
Yeah, I do say that all the time.
But I think I don't think people that a lot of people don't care about the business, though. They just want their toys cheaper. Yeah. I think, and that's a fair statement to make. Like, when the price of bread is like £3.20, it's like, you know, it is getting like a luxury. It's like, if you want to charge that price for figures, then like at the minute we're cutting back like we're cutting back the accessories that go in Legends. We're cutting back like new scalp. We're cutting back extra heads. We're cutting back a lot, but the prices are going up. And in the economy as it is now, we're in a recession basically, and we're like let's not be about it. We're in a recession. Everything is going up. So if you are like these things become even more of a luxury than they are now. So it's like you want value for your money, and then I don't think that's unfair to ask for value, to ask for things like that. Like, is that like the Terrax pack value for money? Like, if you've missed that Terrax, yeah, but to a lot of people, probably not. They wanted a new Terrax if you've got it before. And I think that's where decisions are going to be made, is people who've got characters like they've already got, they're not going to buy these minor changes. Like that Moonstone that they just announced. Why didn't they make it all pinless or something like that? It's just like going half and half. So when you're charging like $30 for a figure like that, I think it's a fair statement. I think it's fair for people to be annoyed and for people to express that. I don't think it's right for people to like make derogatory comments to people, because at the end of the day, the people who are appearing on screen or talking to us from Hasbro are probably far removed from those decisions. But I think it's fine to be angry. It's fine to say what you want. Like it is that's like freedom of speech. Okay. Everyone's got a right to say what they want.
There's two things or three things here. The first thing is the bit where people were saying about Hasbro employees being laid off. I don't know anything about that. So all of my comments was not relating to anything. I don't know anything about that. All my comments is relating to is the post that the Hasbro Instagram put up saying about it was a really nice video, keep playing, blah blah blah, all of their franchises. We aim to up everything that we're doing in order to achieve 50% within the next few years. It was. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I agree. People can say what they like, how they like, when they like. And anybody that said anything negative while I was away and I saw when I logged back onto Instagram, I just unfollowed them straight. I don't care. You do what makes you happy at the end of the day. All I'm saying is, which is my third and final point, is that get a grip. That's it. Get a grip. Look. Right? Look. This is value for money. Homie is double jointed, pinless, blah, 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 blah. Right? Value for money. Spiral, value for money. Dark Phoenix, value for money. But the whole freaking line can't be value for money.
I like Rich was saying, though, I think it's subjective. Everyone feels a little bit differently because it's their own perception of what value for money is. That's all. So, like, the only point I wanted to make before making everyone go off, which wasn't my intention, was I have no issues like this. Something that annoys me about people spreading nonsense. People watch half one of my videos, and because I'm positive, they think I hate people being negative or whatever. I have no issues with people being negative. I completely understand their frustrations. I completely do. I'm just saying I sometimes don't feel the same way. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's everything's subjective. Like, I'm focusing on the brand that I love, as in Marvel Legends, because I want to add Marvel characters, not so much. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I don't mind people being negative. I'm just saying it's not how I choose to be entertained. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't watch their videos. That's all. That's just not my form of entertainment. Like, I come to this hobby to enjoy it, and I ain't trying to ignore all the nonsense that's going on. I'm well aware of it. Like, if you have a look around, I'm pretty invested in this hobby, so of course I'm aware of all the shit that's going on right now. And Hasbro dropping all this news just shows you how much of a sliver this toy community is to them, because they don't give a shit. Like, that investor call, they don't know that we're reading this and going off on it. Like, they don't give a shit about us. They just want to make more money. That's how business works.
Yeah, but like Tom in the chat, Mini Plastic Multiverse says about speaking for the people, not for a corporation, and yada yada yada. Look, guys, we're talking about toys.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. People
Action
can say
figures
what they want.
that we know and love. And yes, and look, but what I don't understand is that if we've been collecting for however many years, I've been doing this 10 years on my own, and I'm the youngest of us all, for Christ's sake. So however many years everybody else must be doing it is probably longer than me. So what I'm saying is that I'm not taking away from anybody who feels like they were robbed with Terrax. I felt like I was robbed with Terrax. I would love for that thing to have had the right hips. All it needed was the right hips.
Terrax is just one example, and
no, I know. I'm just making the point, right? But like this guy would have been great if he was pinless. But at the same time, look, like the gray is the same as the gray. It doesn't bother me. There are pins, and Mr. Pinless says the pins don't bother me. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, when we all want to get caught up in corporate this and investor calls that and so much stuff that we're just like, how do any of us need the stress?
No, we don't need to stress. That's why people are like bothered,
You know what I
because they
mean?
don't want to be stressed. But it's hard to ignore when it's
So
like
don't stress.
it's just hard to ignore when people are so invested in this hobby and it's passionate. When people are more passionate about something, they just feel their feelings are enhanced, ain't they? Like their emotions are dialed up because you love something. So
Yeah.
you love it more or you hate it more. It's just when you're passionate about something. And again, we're just that the tides have turned, unfortunately. Like we talk about the golden age, but we are unfortunately moving out of the golden age, and that's no disrespect to the toys. It's just the world around the toys is ruining it, and there's nothing we can do about it, and people are just getting frustrated. So like, can I just say to everybody out there, yes, I would like cheaper Marvel Legends. Yes, I want better quality for our
Amen,
money.
of
Like,
course.
this is what I
Of
mean.
course.
Yes, I want the picture on the box to be accurate to what we get in the box. Like, I completely agree with all these criticisms.
Absolutely.
And criticism and being negative about that is absolutely. If you listen to watch my videos, I do criticize and I am negative about stuff. The way I say it is a little bit different to other content creators. That's all, because that's just how I choose to see things, and that's my personal preference. It doesn't mean I'm wrong, but it doesn't mean you're wrong either. It's just each to their own is all I'm saying. So it's just this shill nonsense. Like I lean into it sometimes just to make myself laugh, but like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
And the reason why I'm saying it here is because A, it came up, and B, because it was genuinely disheartening for me. Right, like this week as well. I mean,
Rich, you brought popcorn to the right stream, by the way.
I'm loving life for the minute. Spoke me right up.
I took a nice 7 or 10 days off, right? Because I post every single day.
Of course.
My weekends are full of me creating stuff to put up on.
Of course, you
Instagram.
deserve it.
So I took a nice
Just
break.
one sec from Dominique Smith with a super chat. We can bring it
Dominic
back.
Smith
Thank you
donated
very much,
$5. Impatiently waiting for Amazon to deliver my She-Hulk. USA finally getting the Infinity Ultron Wave Party Popper.
That is good to know. Impatiently waiting for the Amazon to deliver my She-Hulk. USA finally getting the Infinity Ultron Wave. Thank you, Dominic Smith, for trying to divert the conversation. I do appreciate that. I have watched the last episode of She-Hulk with Daredevil in it, obviously. So perfect timing to add your She-Hulk to the collection. I think we're one episode away, one episode left of that series. And yeah, Infinity Ultron Wave is about to arrive. I think I just need to build Infinity Ultron now. Go and check out my Miss Marvel review and Sharon Carter review. Doing really well on the channel right now. People are excited about those two figures, and now you have an opportunity to have a closer look. But sorry, Brandon, you were saying.
I like that Sharon Carter figure,
So do
though.
I.
I think
So do
like
I.
if you
I
want
love
to,
that. I really like that
want,
Sharon Carter figure.
So do I.
It's David Evan Smith was the picture, and he put like the Cersei head on it. Like if you can use it as a civilian figure, it's like a rogue. People like that. It looks really good. So I reckon people are sleeping on that.
But when Clint, Kate, She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and Miss Marvel, when 5 out of the 7 figures in the wave are freaking pinless, double jointed galore for the most part, apart from Miss Marvel, I don't mind if you're going to give us a civilian character that doubles up for the comics and otherwise, which looks exactly like how she should look. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I don't know. All I'm saying is that for me, I come to Hero Collections, I come to Dan Who, I come to all of my Instagram, whatever, this whole community world, because I enjoy the motivation and the inspiration and the genuine joy that it brings me every single day. But every day I was away, that I log back on, it was like, no, shut that off, turn around and head straight back to find Mrs. Hero. Because this is just not like, it was not fun. It's not nice.
It's been a turbulent few weeks, for sure.
And even this week, it's just not nice. And like some of the comments in the chat, I'm assuming that people who are saying Brandon needs a nap, blah, 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 are just joking. But some of the stuff about like, get off your knees and
look, to be fair to the chat, I mean, most of the people in the chat are regular.
Be lucky to ever have me on my knees. I just say that.
Look. Most of the people in the chat are regular people, and they're just leaning into it. They're joking.
I'm just teasing.
They're with us.
I'm teasing.
They're watching this, for God's sake. If they didn't want to be here, they would.
I know. I'm teasing. But again, all I'm saying is, right, because I'm not afraid to put this to people straight, whether they are our friends or whether they are some numpty elsewhere on YouTube saying numpty-ish things, that at the end of the day, we're talking toys. Let's just enjoy it. Yes, there are some things I think should be better. I wish could be better. We can sit here and deconstruct the business criticism all dilly day long. But all I'm saying is let's just enjoy.
How deep's that bugger popcorn, Rich? It's like everlasting.
Never ending, man.
Never ending. Look, just everlasting. Keeps going.
It's like Wizardora's bag just keeps filling up as we go along.
Wizardora, you're the one. That's a very UK reference. Home Dude, thank you very much for 16 months of membership. That's something I appreciate. He says, Brandon, I'm just teasing. I value your content. And again, people in the chat. Again, we get it. We're honestly we're British. We get the sarcastic humor. We're with you. We get it. But again,
yes, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Again, we lean to my conversation. For the record, I didn't mean it to go off in that type of conversation. To be honest, I've been trying to avoid.
No, and that's my bad
like
for launching like a rocket ship on it. But I just
you haven't been around.
You haven't
been around. I get it.
Because yeah.
But I put out a video that people literally misread, and took everything I said and twisted it against me, which really frustrated me and disappointed me, to be honest, because I was thinking, but again, a lot of the negative comments I got were like randomers that weren't even subscribed. Like I gained subscribers that week, not lost them. So it was a bit weird. It was like, I feel like a few random pages out there sent people to my channel just to hate. And I was like, okay, you can hate if you want, but don't hate for made up reasons. Do you know what I mean? Like, sorry, you want to say something?
Tarek said, Brandon, I hear your Marvel Legends press kit is just dispatched. Tarek, it best be you that's delivering it to me. If it's not you, I'd be disappointed, son. That's the last
Eric Stream, showing some love. I appreciate you. Channel member for 19 months. Thank you very much, Eric Stream. He says, can't wait for the HasLab Galactus to ship. Now, HasLab is a dirty word at the minute, but Galactus definitely ain't. So people are looking forward to their Galactus. It's a present from our past self to our future selves. Hopefully we get it before Christmas. But yes, I'm very much looking for Galactus. And talking about that Terex, like Terex the Tamer, he may just be a Build-A-Figure.
A present from 2012 for everyone.
There you go. But like I said, I'm a sucker. I missed out on that character, so for me, I need to backtrack and get it.
We all bought him. So
yeah, and like the way they try and sweeten the deal for stuff like that is they add in a character that none of us have. Do you know, like, so even if you're rebuying a character you don't want, that you already have, you're getting. They're trying to I do think they're trying to think of stuff like this. But again, we're just talking about the Marvel team specifically. I don't give a shit about the grand scheme of Hasbro. That's all I'm saying. Like some of the stuff I've been reading this week is just unethical and just like clearly don't give a shit.
I agree. 50% is way too low over 3 years. We should go for 75.
You idiot. We got Rush, member for 17 months. Rush knows I appreciate him. He says, I'm sorry that my opinions from the last Legend Liquor cost Dan any replay value. Sorry, Dan. No, I'm good, Rush. Rush, that was just the wrong week to be going off. I agreed with the majority of what he was saying. People get confused. And Hero Collections.
Hero Collections donated £8.99.
Friday's going to read it now.
This Hero Collections guy talks some sense. Go follow him. Long live the Who crew and Marvel Legends.
Whoever that guy is, I appreciate him. Hero.collections. I recognise the logo. He says, this Hero Collection guy talks some sense. Go follow him. Long live the Who crew, Marvel Legends. Look, absolutely. And please, Brandon's edging towards 1,000 subscribers. Please go and give him a subscribe if you want to hear more of that Hasbro loving content. Only joking. I am only joking. There it is. I'll put the link in the description. You're not far off 1,000 now, right, Brandon? Considering you had a week off, that's not too bad either.
7 something.
Mate, that's not too bad at all. Again, it took me months to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Probably longer than that. It's a right grind. That first 100 and that first 1,000 are a grind. So no, stick with it for sure.
I never got it in 5 years, Brandon. Ever. Yeah. No one wanted to watch Witchblade reviews, apparently.
Mike X with a super chat. Hang on.
Let's all remember supporting Hasbro Team's friends isn't the same as agreeing with the executive choices made at the top at Hasbro that we all have disagreement with. Stay civil, friends, smiley face. We all
Yes, thank you very much, Mike Hex. He says, ribbit to rip it. Yo, let's all remember supporting Hasbro Team's friends isn't the same as agreeing with the executive choices made at the top of Hasbro that we all have disagreement with. Stay civil, friends. We all agree. We all disagree with the Hasbro execs. Yes, I agree with that statement for sure. But I also feel that friends are allowed to disagree anyway, whatever it's about. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's about what team you support or what your favorite food is, like you don't have to agree with everything to be friends. It's just the way it is. So I have no issues with people being negative or disagreeing. It's just the way some people go about it. It's just icky. I don't like it. But sorry, Rich, you were saying that people weren't watching Switchblade. So I don't even know what that is.
Witchblade, the Top Cow comic book.
No.
Sarah Pazzini, Mark Silvestri, Michael Turner. You don't know what Witchblade is? Oh my god, Witchblade about somewhere.
Hang on, I'm gonna look now.
Put safe switch on.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, I've just got knives and weapons. I put Witchblade comic.
I got Michael. There you go. There's a Michael Turner, but that is Soulfire, not Witchblade. She's like a fairy lady.
Fairy lady, nice. Fairy ladies. I'm searching it, and all I can find is pictures of Blade and actual blades. I put in comic Witchblade, and I just got Blade.
Witch is in WITCH.
WITCH. One word. Witchblade comic. Ah, okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, the metal lady. Yeah. Okay, I recognise it. I've never read it, but I recognise the character design for sure. She's like got melted metal over her, ain't she?
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
I've definitely seen this character design before. It looks like something Loose Collector would do, to be fair.
Loose Collector should get on that next.
Yeah, no, definitely.
All the Top Cow ladies.
Yeah, no, definitely does. He ain't afraid of doing no underboob. Loose Collector. If you want your underboob.
Oh, but if you're a fan of boob, full boob with Mojo available now.
Full booby Mojo. Thank you, Mark.
Lots of different colours.
TAK Toys with Film donated £4.49. Question for Rich M. Looking forward to seeing the classified female Cobra troops.
Okay, question for Rich. He says, looking forward to seeing the classified female Cobra troops.
Oh yeah, they would be good because there's the one with the like Kazumi mask is coming out, isn't it?
Blue Ninja. Yeah. Bring Toys to Work again with the super chat.
Bring Toys to Work donated $5.
Thank you.
I hope you don't mind if I change the subject.
Please do.
I'm curious, if you could only buy from 3 current action figure lines, what would they be? This includes cherry picking. Only 3 lines.
Okay, good question. I appreciate the change of subject. We need to get light-hearted again, all right? Let's talk some toys. Okay, so thank you, Mark. He also says, Witchblade and the Darkness, Rich M knows.
Yeah.
He certainly does. Thank you very much, Mark. The Cobra Troopers are also coming out in a female 2-pack, I believe. They sort of announced it name only at PulseCon, so we shall see. Probably a redo or a repaint of the gunner from the Hiss tank. That's what I would assume. But they did show a model off of that, and it looks good. Nice to add some females to the line.
Did they say anything about CoverGirl, if they're going to do like a blonde-headed version?
Nope, but that's the one I wanted. I wanted the one that originally came with the Wolverine. I would have even took an interchangeable hairpiece, but they didn't even do that. They did that for Shipwreck.
And Lady J had
yeah,
like got the cap and the...
Exactly, but no one displays Lady J without a hat, and no one displays Shipwreck without his hat. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like we need a blonde cover girl. She's got to come at some point. But anyway, back to Bring Toys to Work question, because I like these type of questions. It gets us thinking about the things we love a little bit more. So he asks the question. Thank you very much, Michael. From 3 current action figure lines, if you could only buy from 3 current action figure lines, what would they be? Only 3 lines. And shall we take Legends off the table? Because I feel like we'd all say Legends, right?
Yeah, I think we'd all say Legends.
Yeah, so let's take Legends off the table, because Legends would clearly be number 1 for me. So just to get us thinking a little bit more, Legends off the table. I'll start, because I've actually got some stuff I want to show off and a thank you I want to give. So I'm trying to complete my Power Rangers. So Power Rangers is super nostalgic to me, as you know. So with the Lightning Collection, I've definitely been getting all the Zordon era stuff, but some of the stuff looks so good. I've just been cherry picking character designs as well. I like. But look at that, Dominique Smith showing some love. That's the positivity we need to see. Gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you very much, Dominique. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate that massively. So she has gifted 5 channel memberships, giving some love to the community. So shout out to anyone who got them. I'm sure they'll pop up on screen when they do. As we're talking, there you go, they've started. So Jason Lopez got a channel membership. So Jason, the retweeting king, make sure you send a thank you to Dominique Smith. She is in the chat. So there's one for Jason.
You always say she. Dominic's boy.
It's the picture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The picture's so small I can't see. So it's like I assumed wrongly. But my bad, Dominic. My bad. Okay, who else? Christopher. Oh no. Mage Studios. Midge. That's what. What's it? Mo calls Marge in The Simpsons Midge.
Midge.
I like it. But there you go. Midge got one as well. There you go. So Jason and Midge. Thank you to Dominique. There you go. I think they already are. Another one for My Col Nostalgia. There you go. My Col Nostalgia has become a channel member. I need to do another Inner Circle, don't I? Need to make that happen. Should probably do it today in between. Just stay awake, stream before I go into Wage. Maybe. But there you go. And then 2 more got one. Okay. So anyway, I was talking about Power Rangers while they're talking. The others will come up. So I'm trying to get the Zordon. So I finally got this guy, Brandon. Finally.
Oh, where did that come from?
Yeah. So shout out Mike Hex. He actually got it. He won it for me on eBay in the US. Because he did pre-order it for me. He ordered it for me off Walgreens when it popped back up real quick, but they cancelled his order for no logical reason. So he felt bad. So I set him a budget, and he went off to try and get me one on US eBay because there was hardly any in the UK. So he won it for me. Shout out Diogo as well for coming to channel member because of Dominique. Thank you very much. Mike Hex. So shout out Mike. He won it for me on the eBay US. Packed it up and shipped it my way. This one also got stuck at Heathrow for a little bit, so I wasn't stressing about it because I heard your two's tales about Heathrow taking ages. But it arrived at the end of the week, so thank you very much. And considering I was backtracking, getting some of the US stuff that I had to get in the UK, I went back and got this, which was an Amazon, I think. Was this an Amazon exclusive in the US? Or am I making that up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
So,
where'd you get that from?
UK, in the UK, it's in the UK.
He sent it to us. He told us.
Donated £4.49.
Link big end later.
Dream Hasbro line from any pop culture.
Thank you very much, Mark. We'll get to that. Question for all 3. Dream Hasbro line from any pop culture. Another great question. Yeah, this was on one of those toy websites that gets stuff and sells it in bulks. You know, like they've had like the Rita and Zed 2-pack as well. So it cost £40, and I had a 20% discount as well for being like a first-time member. So I actually got it much cheaper than I expected to. But there you go, a Clip Tour. And you said this head sculpt was much better than the first one as well, didn't you?
No, it's really bad. That is. I'd sell it to me.
Don't you already have it? You already have it.
No, I haven't. He didn't. He wouldn't do it. He was going to do half and half with me, and then he went and bloody bought it instead.
Oh, I didn't know. I did post a link. I did tell you.
True.
I did post a link in the group.
We were gonna half and half it, and then when I saw how much of an upgrade the head was, I said, "Oh, sorry, Rich."
Oh, sad times. No, yeah. Anyway, I'll send you the link, Rich, and I think I've still got that 20% discount as well. But there you go. It costs about £40. I think it cost me, which I'll take for that.
If anyone wants an Ecliptor for £42, hit me up.
So yeah, shout out Mike Hex. So I'm adding to my Power Rangers lineup. So that's one of my picks, by the way. Power Rangers. Back to Michael's question, but only the Zordon era. I'm like that. When you have a full Power Rangers team on display, it just makes you smile. So Power Rangers is my first pick. So I'll throw it to you, Rich. A toy line out of one of 3 toy lines that you'd continue buying. That's not Marvel Legends.
So, like, the ones, I keep on buying are Star Trek, whatever. Whoever got it, whoever's putting it out, I will buy a Star Trek line.
And so far, Playmates, right? Playmates are doing it at the minute. They're doing
Playmates
issues.
Yeah, they're supposed to be coming out, I think, in the UK on Monday. And they've done, like, so in the US, they've gone for, like, the nostalgic card backs on, like, the original series movies and the next generation ones. And that's why, like, I imported some in from America. But for the UK, they've got a different card back. They've got standardized card back. So I'm like, am I going to have to buy 2 of everything now?
Which ones do you prefer?
I like the classic ones because they look like the Playmates toys, but like updated. Yeah. Whereas these ones are just like generic Star Trek universe with like a picture of the character on the side. So it's just like, I don't know why they did that. I think if they did the classic ones, people, it's like you with the Spider-Man retro collection you put on your wall. Yeah. People would get them to chuck on their wall, but by doing this generic packaging, it's just. No, it doesn't remind you of that. It just looks like the same figures you bought 20 years ago with a bit of updated articulation now. That's it. So
Star Trek's one. So just do a little twist on that question. If you could pick a toy company As in, like, not to celebrate any particular toy companies, but just the aesthetic of another line. Who would you think would do a good job with making Star Trek figures? Like, would you like a Lightning Collection version of Star Trek characters, like that type of vibe? Do you know where you get 6-inch versions and they go deep with a line and complete a whole like. What would you call it? A crew? Would you call it a crew? A ship crew? I guess.
Yeah.
That's the best way to call it.
I mean, I would like it, but I think at the minute Star Trek is not like not as high, not as his peak type of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't think like Hasbro or Mattel would pick it up. I mean, McFarlane have had the license before. They did like 3 figures. Diamond Select have done it. Like, it's gone over a lot of places over the years. So I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe like an import would. But then is it big? Is it big? Like, is it big in Japan? Probably
Well,
not.
Who cares? Who cares? Who would you like to do it?
Like, for uniform, I like probably Hasbro as much like.
Damn you, supporting Hasbro!
Yeah, I know.
They're cutting employees left and right. No.
But like it would be uniform with all your other lines.
Yeah,
It's like that Indiana Jones, like it fits in with like your Black Series, with the Marvel Legends. Like, they would all look the same, like, type of thing.
I agree.
And they do good character selections. I think one of the things with like Star Trek is like what they've done now is like they front loaded with like the characters that everyone knows, like Spock, Kirk, Picard, Data, and then you don't get any other waves because then you're doing characters that like
Different.
mainstream don't really want like a Jadzia Dax. Although I would buy 2 Jadzia Daxes and 2 Dax.
Yeah, no, again, that's another reason why people assume I support Hasbro, is because I like a lot of the lines. But it's genuinely because I love my collection being uniform, and they're all 6-inch lines that can merge together. So there you go, Star Trek 6-inch line. I reckon it'll be more popular. It is definitely a niche, like everything. But they'd look good for sure if you complete a whole crew, and then you get like a ship. Like a cockpit playset where you could display them all, because they're quite those cockpits are tiered anyway, ain't they? You got the 2 seats, and then you got that'd be pretty cool on a display for sure.
Well, they did them back in the Playmates day.
Yeah,
They did like the Next Generation Bridge and stuff like that, but they haven't done anything like that since. But I got to be honest, I thought if someone was going to take over the license, I didn't think Playmates would get it back. I was assuming we'd get like a Star Trek Ultimates, because Super 7 did like the reaction figures of like Star Trek and the Next Generation. So I assumed they would end up doing like that. Like, I mean, they've got the Turtles license, which is also Playmates as well. So I was thinking we're going to get these like Star Trek figures from them. I'm glad they didn't, because then that would be like £200 for 4 figures like everywhere. I'd have been bankrupt. I'd have to like give up on something.
Yeah. The
Popcorn.
Super 7 definitely hit people's nostalgia. They get a lot of people. Brandon, pick a toy line.
Well, to answer Michael's question, I would stay with Black Series. I would probably stay with Black Series.
So Star Wars,
SHS
essentially.
Dragon Ball.
Star Wars, Dragon Ball, and
Star Wars, Dragon, and probably Lightning Collection. In terms of what I would like to see, or if I could, I would have a Buffyverse by Hasbro, probably Dragon Ball by Hasbro, just to have a nice sort of budget option for Dragon Ball, and an Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Are you going to get those McFarlane Avatar figures? Are you going to at least buy one to check one out or anything like that?
Well, I have gotten them all so far, but that's more because I would just blindly buy anything Avatar.
Oh, so
just to support Avatar.
So have you got them in hand?
Yeah.
How come you've never showed them off?
Which ones? The Avatar: The Last Airbender ones.
Oh no! Do you know what? I'm getting confused with Avatar, the brand new Avatar ones.
No.
The Pandora Avatar. That's what I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
No.
Ignore me.
Regular Avatar.
Ignore me.
The other Avatar.
Okay, if I had to pick another 2 toy lines then off the top of my head, Turtles, of course. Toon Turtles. Love that toy line from NECA. Probably, again, it's my second. After Marvel Legends, it's Toon Turtles from NECA for sure. So Turtles, and then one more. I'm having a look around on the collection thinking, what would it be? Again, I'd love, like, another toy line. I love G.I. Joe at the minute, not going to lie. Like, I love the classified. It's consistent, it's strong. They're getting deep with characters now. So, yeah, I'll just say classified G.I. Joe. But I'm loving what Action Force is doing as well. And, like, I know Bobby probably hates it, but I merge my Action Force figures I've got with my G.I. Joe. So it makes for a cool display. It's a cool, like, militant display for sure. So there's my 3. Have you got another 2, Rich?
Probably Street Fighter. That's like
Okay.
I've got and that's been everywhere as well. So I've got like a massive collection.
Are
of
you going to
Street
get
Fighter.
the? Is it the? Oh, it's not Jazzwares. What is it? Jada.
Jada Toys have got it, and then Playmates are doing those 2-packs as well, and obviously Hasbro even are doing those Power Ranger Street Fighter crossovers.
You've went in on all of them.
Yeah.
Are you going to try and get the Playmates 2-packs just for the Street Fighter characters? I know you don't particularly care about the turtles.
Yeah. If you want the turtles, I'll send them too. But yeah, I just want the Street Fighter characters.
Yeah, I thought so.
Because it's like we've been like ages without, like, I mean, Stone Collectibles obviously are doing the Street Fighter figures, but they only come out like, you know, like about 3 a year or something, like spaced out. But it's been a while since we've had any Street Fighter figures, and then it's like everyone at once is releasing Street Fighter figures.
Yeah, they're given that. Clearly, they've wanted to make some money off that license. So okay, so you've said Star Trek, Street Fighters, one more.
See, I'd go for like some like comic book, like independent comic book universe type of thing, like the legendary heroes where you could do like all the different like Top Cow, Wildstorm, all these different universes and get figures of them. Because it's like that is like my first love is comic books. So like if you do like a bunch of different comic book characters, like from the independents, like Valiant or Dynamite, all stuff like that, get those on a shelf in scale as well. So you can have like Savage Dragon, Witchblade, newer characters, like all together, like all
scale,
all the same. Yeah. And that would be like a good thing. Obviously, the rights for that would probably be hard work because you have to like get them with everyone. But if you could have like Hellboy, Savage Dragon, Witchblade, and Bloodshot, like all different figures like lining up, that would be great.
Tarek in the chat says, I want a Stranger Things Hasbro line from next year. I'd love a Stranger.
That's a good show.
I regret not getting the Stranger Things McFarlane figures. As much as I'm not a big fan of the McFarlane aesthetic, I do have Hopper, thanks to Jamie Gitchard, shout out Jamie, and I have 11 as well. Did I pick you up an 11 in Forbidden Planet once, Brandon? I swear I did.
You did. Yeah. I still haven't opened it.
Really not, yeah. I wish I got the 4
I haven't
kids.
opened my Hopper either.
I wish I got the 4 kids.
I think I've got all of them but Dustin.
You got Lucas, right? You got
but
Lucas,
again,
Mike,
I haven't.
Will.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
Lucas, Mike, and Will. I haven't got Dustin. But again, I haven't opened any of them. They're all still sealed upstairs.
I'm like I always take the mick out of Jay's Toys Collection UK because if he loves something and there's a TV show or a cartoon, and there's a toy line. He wants it. Like if he just wants it, and I get that for sure. And like there's been a lot of like TV shows I've really enjoyed, and I'm about to finish X-Files. Like I think I'm at 1 season left of X-Files. I'm now in the season where Mulder's not around. Spoiler alert: he got abducted by aliens, and it's the guy who played the T100 or T1000 as the new Duggar, I think it is. Eric Stream says, just got my retro card Sentinel and it's unpunched. There you go. The value is high on unpunched cards, as Rich likes to remind me about my retro Magneto all the time. But yeah, why don't keep it? Keep it on card, unless you're opening retros like a lunatic. So yeah, so I would love like an X-Files line, like a decent Mulder and Scully, and then there's like episode specific characters and aliens that you'd have to have. Like you'd have to have Skinner and the Smoking Man, and then like a couple of aliens, and then there's a couple of weird monsters in different episodes. So I'd love a freaky X-Files line, just because that's very topical now. I know I say that as well because back in the day I used to want to get the Heroes toys, do you know, from the Heroes show. I think McFarlane or Mezco or someone did Heroes toys, and I did have,
I think it was Mez, was it Mezco?
Yeah, it was. I did have one of them. I had the Peter one, I think, and then I had the broken, I had the Claire is the she's the cheerleader, and I had the variant version where she's all bloody because obviously she can heal. She heals. So I love that line. And then another TV show that I love is Dexter. Like I'd love a Dexter. Like I know again. Like I don't need to go deep with toys, but I would love a Dexter in 6-inch scale.
There is a Dexter figure out there, I'm sure.
Who buy?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure someone did a Dexter figure. I've definitely seen something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Did Lost? Amanda's gone back to watch Lost. She started.
McFarlane did Lost figures, and they were just like, it was when they play like statues. They've got no articulation whatsoever.
Amanda only started watching it because she heard it was filmed in Hawaii, so she wanted to see if she'd be going there. She's actually visiting where they filmed Jurassic Park today. Jurassic Park,
really?
Yeah, another. That's what the first things that she said to me that I actually got jealous about. And Jurassic Park is another line. I'm gutted they finished the Amber collection. Like the Amber collection was 6-inch scale Jurassic Park figures. Like they're on my display here. Really, really good figures. All right, and they did virtually everybody from the first film, apart from Timmy and Lex. And like, arguably, Timmy and Lex are like, I don't know. I just feel like the line will forever be incomplete now without Timmy and Lex. I would have loved an Amber Collection like Jeep as well, like one of the 4 Jeeps. So gutted Mattel give up on that line. I understand why they went back to a smaller scale because it's easier for them to world build with dinosaurs. But like, you should have given us Timmy and Lex in a 2-pack before you stop that. So yeah, Jurassic Park's another one, but anything I'm super nostalgic about, I'll get figures for. Like this side, there's no light in here, so I apologise. But like, I've got like It, John Wick, Trick or Treat, Gremlins. I've got all the Gremlin Ultimates, by the way, but they're all upstairs in boxes. So, but I do go deep with Gremlins. Some DC stuff. Predator is up there. Those are random crap, but that's what the miscellaneous shelf is all about. Ghostbusters again. Plasma series should have got deeper. Plasma series had 2 waves, and then the anniversary paint splat ones. But there's plenty more. They could have done ghosts. Like me and Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse, were talking about how the Plasma series could have done ghosts like in the waves, not just human characters. Do you know, like the librarian and the hot dog vendor and just creepy looking ghosts to splatter around at the display would be cool. So
I know, like the old kind of Ghostbusters. When I was a kid, I used to have like, it was like a
Gran with
and,
a
like,
mouth.
Yeah. It used to scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, she came out with like the toilet and the eyeball and stuff like that. Yeah, are you getting down, Ted, or are you chilling still? So Ted won't sleep, like chill if I'm still awake. So tonight's gonna kill him if I'm staying up late.
Oh,
You all good, Ted? He's all good. So yeah, lots of stuff. Plasma series never got Slimer, says Mike. Yeah, I know. Again, Slimer was more of a big deal in the real Ghostbusters in the cartoon than he ever was in the film. But still, I would have liked a live-action version of Slimer. He could have been an accessory with someone, for God's sake, on a clear plastic translucent stand or something.
So has Hasbro still got the license for Ghostbusters?
It seems like they have. It seems like they have, but they're not doing anything with it. Even though a 4th film's been confirmed, but I do think, unfortunately for Hasbro, COVID hit at the exact same time they wanted to do the Ghostbuster stuff because the movie got delayed like multiple times. So it means the product came out way too early before everyone was talking about Ghostbusters. And yeah, so I assume they're not doing anything else after the HasLab, that Proton Pack HasLab. They're re-releasing the Spengler wand to go along with the HasLab. But other than that, I don't think any more 6-inch figures. But I brought all the repainted slime versions to keep on card just for nostalgic sake, and then I opened up the rest. But yeah, Ghostbusters, love Ghostbusters. Jurassic Park, any film I grew up watching, I'd love plastic representation of. But I just love the scale. I love when they all can fit in scale with each other. That's why my default is to Hasbro, but I don't mean I want to give all my money to Hasbro. I just like the aesthetic that Hasbro have built amongst all their lines at 6-inch action figure scale. You growling at me now? You getting down? There you go. Go down. There you go. Stay there. Pokemon. Brandon, I got these to show off. Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yeah, that was one thing I was gonna say is that where I said about 3 lines that I would love Hasbro to have, I would say Avatar, Buffy, and actually I would say Pokemon because I would hope that they would have Pokemon trainers.
Did they ever do Pokemon, Hasbro? Ever?
Yeah. They had it in the early 2000s. They did it in 2000s, I believe. They brought out some really, really good figures at the time. Hasbro did. And then the Pokemon license has been pushed around to or handed around to a lot of different people over the years.
Jazzwares ain't doing a bad job with these though. I just wish they'd do
I agree.
more.
Yeah, I mean Jazzwares, the select line that Jazzwares are doing is fantastic. I absolutely love what they're doing. That's where Moltres.
I looked in 3 B&Ms for Moltres and still not found him this week. I don't think he's ever been in stock in B&M. I think that website's a filthy liar. No, I've not seen one picture, one Facebook clip, one anything of Moltres actually being in stock at B&M. It's a lie. Yeah. Filthy lie.
It's a shame. If anyone from Jazzwares ever sees this, please stick to Smith's Toys, because the way that they work with the Pokemon figures is just perfect. Like, they get it in. When they get it in, you know they definitely have it. It's easy to go and click on, do same-day delivery. You can see how many are at the store, all kinds of stuff. Like, it's so much easier than and the people are competent with getting action figures as opposed to B&M. They do so many different things at B&M that, you know, it just...
SH Figure Arts need to do
quite
Misty
register.
and Brock. I will die on that
They
hill.
do.
I will die on that hill.
They do. They need to do Misty.
and
They need to do Brock. They need to do Red, and they need to do Blue.
I need a Misty and Brock.
They
for
just
Ash.
need to do Gary. Misty, Brock, and Gary.
Misty.
And
I want,
Professor
Misty's
Oak.
got to have. Professor Oak would be good, but I want Misty holding Togepi. I want. I want Geodude and is it Vulpix? Vulpix? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vulpix, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I need a Misty and Brock to go with Ash. Otherwise, it will never feel complete. And I don't understand why they haven't. They did Jesse and James before Misty and Brock. Now I get you need Team Rocket, you need a good guy and a bad guy, but come on. So yeah, there's that. Again, I always go back to DC as well, but DC has a 6-inch line. If a DC line scaled with Legends, game over. Like people want to world build and whatever, but not happening.
That's what's so fun. It's so funny to think Marvel Legends has gone and lasted 20 years, and in 20 years there's not been a real equivalent competitive line from DC.
I
don't mean that in a horrible way. I mean it's fact.
Do you think
like
they
I know there was
purposely?
the DC icons for a bit, and I know that McFarlane.
But they were underscale, weren't they?
McFarlaning the icons.
DC Universe Classics would be the big line that competed with.
Oh,
Legends.
okay, yeah, that was the one I must be thinking of then.
Were they in scale with Legends?
Yeah, they were all 6-inch and they had build figures as well. That was like Mattel, and then Mattel went into like the multiverse line instead, and they weren't as good.
And then it died out. Yeah.
But by the end, they were getting quite good with them. But obviously, then DC sold the license to McFarlane, and then McFarlane went into the 7-inch scale. Because the thing is with DC, you've always had DC Direct as well, which was like the in-house collectible arm of DC, and they would do like comic book based figures, like all the major crossovers like Infinite Crisis, like Blackest Night. They would do like their own range of figures which didn't have as much articulation but were very comic book accurate, like inspired by the art of the artist, that type of thing, and they were just sold in comic book shows. But we would get them over here. A lot of time they show up in like B&Ms, in like the discount stores, like bargain buys, all places like that, because I think like they would clear them off. I think they were like made up in Runcorn, when they used to have that thing on the back saying like manufactured in Runcorn.
I definitely picked up a few randoms, like a Harley Quinn and a Firestorm, and like just random ones from B&M. And yeah, it was just there was no real consistency. It didn't go too deep. Like they did a few waves, but that came to B&M. But you couldn't complete a team. Like you couldn't buy the Justice League or anything like that. So it was like it never enticed you to continue buying them. And I think again, like toy lines, the Marvel Legends have been around for 20 years and it's been successful for 20 years. I do think whoever's got the DC license may just go, well, we just want to be different for the sake of being different, rather than just giving up and just going, do you know what, let's just copy exactly what they're doing, because they don't want to give in. They want to try and be successful by being different. But
with the old McFarlane, I will say, like, I mean, the reviews they showed at New York Comic Con, they are looking like they're getting better, they're getting more diverse with their character selection. Like we're finally getting like a comic book Catwoman in her like purple costume, which is like the best look for Catwoman, so that's a great one. They're doing like the classic 90s Superboy, like, and they're doing like those gold label figures. Like that Martian Manhunter is a really good figure. Like the Black Adam figures I thought were really good from the movie. Yep. I think they are definitely getting better, but the thing with McFarlane is they're not uniform. It's not like with Legends, there's like a uniform design in there. You expect this articulation on the male figures, this articulation on the female figures, and it's standard throughout. And like characters will size, like Hulk fits in with Iron Man, fits in with Miles Morales. Whereas like with McFarlane, it's like Batman is shorter than Robin, and then Batgirl is taller than what. It makes no sense. It's just like it's not like a uniform display, and I think that's what we like as collectors. We like uniform, don't we? That's why we say about Hasbro getting all these licenses, because then they would all be like 6 inches. So I mean, it's weird because then McFarlane do like the 6-inch Batman 66 line that is in the 6-inch scale. Yep. So I don't get why McFarlane. It's like it's money waiting to happen, and Tom McFarlane likes money. So why not? Even if it's like minimum like 4 figures like every couple of months, like just do that, like a small line.
Just call it DC Legends and just get on with it, all right? We don't give a shit.
Or DC All Star, because you had like All Star Comics, stuff like that.
Just
like,
embrace it. DC Legends. Look, Hasbro can't sue you, right? DC Legends. Like, what can they do? They can't touch you. Just do DC Legends and just do same sort of aesthetic
Oh.
as it would be. As Rich said, money waiting on the table for sure. And again, I do pick and choose my filing stuff, and some's good stuff. But like you said, I can't complete a comic Justice League. Do you know what I mean? They haven't done a comic Wonder Woman that isn't like some weird variant. Like, it's annoying. I just want to like complete a team in one uniform look, but it's hard. You said
just quickly to VLR Sierra 117. They said, I check for Moltrace every time I go to Target and nothing yet. Check the Target website and app because I think Moltrace is up for home delivery
nice.
or in-store pickup.
Yeah, I got told by usually a very reliable source. His name is it rhymes with Hill Phones, and he told me that they were in stock at B&M. He even sent me links and everything. It all seemed very viable. And then I went to like 18 B&M since that day and not even ever seen one select. Not even a Charizard, for God's sake. So something's not quite right. So Phil Phones, whoever you are. What did I just say? Shit, I just give away his identity. Damn. Anyway, usually he's very reliable. Okay, I'm looking around. Was that all that I had? As I said, I got the rest of the Black Panther wave. I need to start opening them. There you go. There's a box. There you go. Showed off a box. And then just to round off today's stream, of course, the thumbnail, even though we've talked about a lot of nonsense that wasn't on the thumbnail did allude to some New York Comic Con toy news. And there was some toy news as they revealed a female MCU Black Panther live on a Marvel panel. So there you go. Who is it? Who's behind the mask? What accessories come with it? How can we buy this? Nobody knows. It's a mystery, but we should soon have that figure in hand because I'm assuming, and Rich would probably know this better than me, would she have shipped like internationally with all the other stuff, do you reckon? Or is she around, or is she going to be delayed?
I mean, if she's Fort Knox, then it is waiting to ship out from Hasbro stores. So
Okay.
We don't know.
Okay, time will tell. Well, Riri like was leaked, but then she was there ready to go, like as I said. So maybe this is another case where stores are just told to hold on. Maybe she's at the headquarters, who knows? But I do think it will be sooner rather than later. I'm just curious who it is and what she comes with. Does she have an interchangeable head? I would hope so. There was
the fact that this is called Fort Knox, I don't think it's even shipped from. It's like in the Hasbro warehouse. It's like those eternal waves were like for under lock and key for a year. This is like there, and I think it'll probably like by the time the movie comes out, because I think that Fort Knox listing that showed up on Amazon was 1st of December. It said.
Okay.
So I don't think it'll be that late, but I think it'll be like when movie weekend maybe it'll turn out, because obviously that's when whoever the Black Panther is going to be confirmed in it. So I think we'll see it then.
Yeah.
And we're not far away now. We're literally 4 weeks away.
Did you know, in regards to other Legend news, now, I was sort of clamouring for news before we started, and the only other thing I could find from New York Comic Con was they were showing off these brand new Marvel Legends. Have you seen them?
Oh, you missed
brand new.
You missed my favourite one.
A brand new purple Deadpool. Now, I'm being super sarcastic for anyone in the chat jumping to be like, these are the Marvel Ultimate issues years old. Yes, I know. I'm being super sarcastic. But still, it's a purple Daredevil. The Miss Marvel in her Spider-Man inspired cosplay. And then the Daredevil. Then the Punisher with the Venom with the Punisher logo on. Now, I'm not going to lie. I actually want the Punisher Venom, and I actually want the purple Deadpool. So I wish you could buy these separately, because I'd buy them and then I'd put a slapstick head that came with one of the Deadpools back in the day on the purple body. Because I actually brought that run of the Mercenaries for Money sort of Deadpool crew with like Solo, Slapstick, and the others I can't remember, but they were all the Rainbow
Stingray and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I've got that just, I think there was only like 6 issues. It was like a mini run thing. It sort of spun off when Deadpool was in the Avengers for a little bit. But anyway, they did a 3 3/4 inch pack of like the Rainbow Deadpool squad, but they never did it in 6 inch. And I'm thinking, Hasbro love repaints. I don't understand why they didn't repaint Daredevil several times. It seems like a layup. They did it here for the Marvel Unlimited, of course, but never. And
that'd be like an easy Amazon 5-pack,
exactly.
Wouldn't it?
Why didn't
it's
they
like
do
you just need the new heads, and that's it.
And at the time as well, that was a decent body. Like, I know since then we've had better bodies, but at the time people would have still brought 4 of them at the same, repainted different colours.
Mike Hex, expert on all things Deadpool, says that that's Terra Inc. That one is.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, if they did a pack and they just did the unmasked heads as well, so you could technically display like a Solo, even though he's wearing his Deadpool gear, like that would have still added new character to the shelf that we'd never have. But it says here, there's closer looks at them, of course. But it says if you get an annual subscription, you get a legend, but like you're not going to get any of these because the new one. Have they revealed the new one? I swear.
I think though, if you sign up there in Comic-Con, you get one of them as well. I think that's what the deal is. If you sign up in New York Comic-Con, they'll give you like a random figure. I think.
Like a Happy Meal.
Yeah, but if you it's an adult Happy Meals now as well.
Have you got any purple Deadpools for my subscription? So technically, you're going to go and buy 3 subscriptions right now to get 3 of these figures at New York Comic-Con.
It's in New York Comic Con. They tend to be random stuff with the Marvel booth to me because they always do those pins, and it's like you can't pick which one you get. You just like pay for a pack. It's like a blind bag type of thing, you know.
There you go. But anyway.
The new one is Yellow Daredevil, Marvel Collector UK.
Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, I was curious. I've seen someone talk about it, but that Daredevil we've had before. Like none of these you can technically buy. Like, yes, you can get Miss Marvel, yes, you can get Deadpool, yes, you can get Venom, but you can't technically buy their variants, as in, like, you can't get them. However, that yellow Daredevil was one of the first Walgreens exclusives, and it was like a peg warmer for years. Like, I brought it just for the unmasked Matt Murdock head, and then I sold the Daredevil, because I was like, I don't want a yellow Daredevil. That reminds me of, who's the guy that wears the yellow Daredevil costume? With the D on his chest. Oh,
D-Man.
D-Man, yes. That was so easy. Why did I forget that? But he does, doesn't he? He wears that same bloody costume. And I was thinking
he's just got a Wolverine mask.
Yeah, and I was like, that just reminds me of him. I don't, like, my Daredevil wears red. So, like, I brought that pack, kept the unmasked Matt Murdock head, put it on a suited body, and then I used the white Billy Club as a blind man stick. that was my Matt Murdock on the display for ages. So, anyway. But, yeah, it is weird. They should do more desirable figures. And then maybe I'd sign up. Who knows? AliExpress normally have the unlimited stuff, says Jamie. Yeah, I've looked. I should have pulled the trigger when they had them, to be fair, because I have seen them on there. But I didn't. Now it's my own fault. The only one I don't want there is Miss Marvel, but the other two I'd have, just because I just like the concept of Punisher mixed with Venom. Like, I'd put he came with guns as well, I think. Have you got any of these, Brandon?
Mm-mm.
Do you want any? Would you want any of them? It's a no from Brandon. Fair enough.
Probably not.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Probably not.
Do you want any of them, Rich?
The Rescue was the one I would want because
I was going to say, yeah, the Rescue didn't show. She was odd as well. She's not the only actual unique one. Like, we've never had a comic Rescue, have we? So there you go. Here's an example of it would have been a good idea. But
the weird thing with these is if you subscribe to Marvel Limited in the UK, you can't get any of them. You can't. The figures only ship in the US. So it's like you can get Marvel Unlimited in the UK, but you cannot get any of these.
Oh, that's some bullshizzle. Okay. The chat, I get California Red Devil saying Daniel said they're going to reveal all tiers at New York Comic Con. I don't think they've put. I think Dwight has said. I definitely seen it on the Powers of X podcast.
There was one more tier, and they're revealing it next week.
Yeah,
that's what Dwight said, but it might have changed. Maybe they'll show it tomorrow or something.
Yeah, I don't know what they can do now, to be honest, to save that. So time will tell with that one. But we shall see. Has anyone else got anything else worthy of showing off this week? Or because it has been a weird week, we did get quite a lot, didn't we? Any more for any more?
Like everything I got this week.
Brandon, you said you had loads of crap around you at the start. Cad Bane?
Cad Bane, I haven't opened him yet.
They've announced they're doing a actual Boba series, Cad Bane, ain't they? There you go. Inquisitor. Let me guess. Is he Inquisitor 5? Inquisitor 2? 3? 4? 33?
The Grand Inquisitor.
64? Okay, cool. I've still not watched Obi-Wan, so I don't know. I know that's Darth Maul with robot legs, though. I actually quite like that. I've never seen him in Clone Wars, but I just like the concept that Darth Maul survived the fall in Episode 1 and now has robot legs. I like it.
Yeah. So those came.
I don't know who the blue girl is, though. She just looks like someone at Jabba's palace.
She's a Jedi.
Ah, okay.
No.
She doesn't belly dance for Jabba
Same,
the
yeah,
Hutt.
same breed.
Oh,
Same
okay.
breed, same
Oh, okay.
species,
I wasn't
though.
too wrong then. Okay, I feel better about that.
This is
box?
the same two Pokemon that you had,
Oh, okay.
and this is Riri.
Nice. Riri's design, I've got a few dodgy comments on the Riri review. People saying it looks like a transformer and like it doesn't look great. And I agree, it does look a little bit funky at first, but it's because we haven't seen the film. Like, I think if we see the film and it genuinely looks like this, we'd be more happy with the figure. But because we've got no attachment or we've got nothing to compare it to, it does look a little bit jarring. It just looks like a transformery, like I don't know, I was to say Bumblebee, but transformery Iron Man. But I reckon in live action, it may look alright, and then we'd appreciate the figure a little bit more. Did you get this, Rich? Did you get this, Riri?
Yeah, I got the Riri figure. I like it. It's like very anime, like Neon Genesis Evangelion, like Bubblegum Crisis type of thing. I like the look of it. It's different to the comic books, and it stands out on the shelf. So yeah, I quite like it.
Yeah, I really like the design. The only thing for me it was the legs were a little bit jarring at first.
I think she's wearing stilts though. I reckon that isn't her whole leg.
Yeah,
I reckon she's like
no. Definitely, it's definitely not her whole legs. But yeah, that was the only thing that I was a bit confused at when we first saw it. But in terms of the figure itself, but when we then saw the trailer, the second trailer on Monday, yeah, I think this looks great.
Yeah, there was a few little clips in it. I tried to put them in my review because I reviewed this the day the trailer come out. But
I wonder how close to the center of the story Riri is. You know,
I don't think she's recruited. I reckon she goes rogue and wants to help, and then she gets pulled in that way. Do you know, like, because I know we're gonna go. Oh, Riri, can you help? Do you know, like, she hasn't even built her suit yet, so I reckon she like gets involved.
No, but I wonder if her building her suit does anything. Yeah. Like I don't know.
That I don't think that's Mark 1 though. This suit here is not Mark 1. Like,
no.
This is like Mark 2 with Conda.
We see Mark 1 in the trailer. It's more of like a it's more like DIY type thing. I know she would have done this herself, but it's more, you know what I mean? It's more like a homemade suit. Probably a better way of putting it.
Yeah, this is just Wakandified, but again, it'll be curious. Again, it just makes me. I like figures that add to my excitement for the movie, and I love seeing it on screen for the first time. And I'm like, I'm nudging Amanda, going, "I've already got that," and she's like, "Shut the fuck up, Dan." And I'm like, back to crying in my popcorn. But that's what I do. I'm like, I've got that.
Like when you saw Taskmaster, you were like, I've got that one. Yeah.
Ah, fuck! I was like. I honestly, right, when I came home from watching Black Widow, Taskmaster was front row, right? Taskmaster got replaced with Ghost. That's how much I didn't like Taskmaster. I was like, you know what? Ghost can go here. Off you go, Taskmaster. Back row quality. Taskmaster is now on a shelf with like the guy from Captain Marvel and Molten Man from Spider-Man. Like just back.
Did you see Pointless the day before last? It was about Marvel movies, and Olga Korolenko was the pointless answer. The guy won £4,000 for that answer. It was like actors and actresses from the Black Widow movie, and he won the point.
Because that's Taskmaster, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the actress who plays him. It plays them.
She's coming back for Thunderbolts apparently, so hopefully she's got a little bit more personality. But she did get blew up, and she's a bit brain dead. I don't know. I just want to see Tony. It's Tony Masters, isn't it? I think it's Tony Masters. I always say Jason, but it could be Tony. Who's Taskmaster's real name? I just like the concept of
Antonia.
Oh, so it is Tony Masters. Yeah, they called her Antonia. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah. Tony Masters.
I think they did, didn't they?
No, you're probably right. Yeah. But in the comics, Taskmaster obviously trains the bad guys, doesn't he? Like, is that just like he's not really a bad guy himself. He just goes to whoever he's paid. I just thought he was a cool character, and his power set's pretty cool. And I just think they just sort of messed this character. Just because I like that comic character, that was all. I just felt they messed it up. It weren't because she was female. It was just the whole everything that they did to that character I didn't like. Ah, never mind. I just keep digging my hole today.
It's like everything got to come with a disclaimer these days.
I know, it's ridiculous. I can't have an opinion, innit? Unless it's negative, and then I'm allowed one. Wait, I can't say people aren't allowed to have negative opinions either.
People can have critical opinions. They're allowed to have critical opinions.
People are allowed to be negative.
I still think they should have gone for 70%.
100% profit. No, I'm joking. Someone's going to clip that, and I'm going to be in someone's video now. For God's sake. Yes, thank you, Loki. He said it for me. It wasn't me who said it. It was Loki. He says MCU Taskmaster is whack. Right, I'm just quoting Loki.
Wow.
Not saying he's right, not saying he's wrong, okay? Everything is fine. Yeah, Mike Kex, he trained the good guys and bad guys. Exactly. He was just a mercenary. You pay him the most and he comes and works for you. But his power set was pretty cool. He's like, he can watch you and then copy you. So if you cooked a meal, he could watch you and then cook that exact same meal. How cool is that as a power set? I made that power set sound really crap, but you know, it does work, right? That's how it works. Oh, never mind. Sarcasm, Dan. Dan hates females. Oh, for God's sake. For God's sake. For God's sake. Ridiculous. Okay, lads, we're approaching 10 o'clock. I do appreciate you staying up late with me today. We probably won't do another late stream ever again. We'll stick to our 8 o'clock on a Thursday. Amanda's actually not back next Thursday, but we'll go back to our regular scheduled program. And since you reminded us, Brandon, next week we'll do our best of Q3, because I guess you're right. We should be doing that today, and I completely forgot. So best of Q3 will be next week, and
it would feel good as well, because it would mean I pulled out all of these figures.
Yeah, just leave them there for another week. You'll be fine. Just step over them. Just step over them. The thumbnail was up for hours though, and no one questioned me, so never mind. Next week, best figures of Q3. That's what we'll be talking about. Are we all back next week, all three of us? Anyone off away or anything? We good?
No, I'm free. Yeah.
Okay, good. Sound. That's good.
I'll have to check my busy. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. So yeah, next week, best of quarter three. We all bring 3 to 5 figures that we really like that came out in the last 3 months. Okay, our particular favourites for whatever reason we want, and we've got lots to choose from. To be fair, it's been a heavy couple of weeks. Again, heavy week. Got a lot of stuff. But before I get out of here, I do want to plug Legends and Liquor one more time. So just quick brainstorm, quick business meeting. Legends and Liquor on Sunday. Should I go 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock? Usually it's 6 o'clock. So should I do a late night Legends and Liquor and start at 10 p.m. UK time?
No.
I do it 8 till 10 because a lot of people are back in work Monday in the UK.
Including me. Thanks for reminding me. I'm still in a holiday mode. Okay, There you go. Legends and Liquor is a 2-hour delay from the normal time of Legends and Liquor, okay? So Legends and Liquor this coming Sunday is 8 p.m. Not 10 p.m. because I've got to stay. I'm on parallel stream later, and look at my eyes. Can I sleep?
I'm so excited to wake up tomorrow and be able to watch that back.
Oh my God, it's going to be terrible. I'm going to be terrible.
I hope you dig yourself some holes.
I'm just going to carry my spade with me to that stream because he's going to set me up for failure. Okay, where am I going?
Just I tell you what, deflect. Just quote me the whole time, and then you're good.
Don't quote him. Don't do that.
I've already got a plan. So he messaged me and said you best not be boring, right? And because I've panicked and thought I may be boring, you can't have two of you be boring on that stream. Well, I've made a list of interesting facts that I can just randomly throw out if he thinks I get boring, okay? So if I feel a lull and I feel like shit, I'm getting boring, I've got some interesting facts to throw at him to try and catch him off guard, all right? Do you mind if I use a few of these on you to see how you feel? Because he ain't watching this, he ain't gonna fucking know. You ready? Okay. It's impossible to hum while holding your nose. Go and try it, both of you. See, it's not ready. Okay, that was a fail. Okay. Strawberries ain't berries. Ooh.
Are they straw?
No, they're like a seed or something.
I think the Tuesday crew on a Friday.
This is what I mean. Okay. How about some trick questions then?
That's what I'm saying. That's why you got to take the heat.
Look, how about some trick questions?
Listen. The only way to survive in a volcano is to become one with the fire.
Okay. Let me just try some trick questions.
Grave there, Brandon. You are.
Well, listen, boy's got plenty of Phoenix to go around, hasn't he? Let's face it.
What is always coming? And this isn't rude, by the way, even though it seems like it may be going in that direction. What is always coming but never arrives?
Odious plushies.
Oh,
he ain't watching this. They never know. He never know he said that.
They're coming early. They come in December.
No one know? Does anyone in the chat know? What is always coming but never arrives?
50% profit.
Look, these make
I'm
me
gonna
interesting.
beat that.
These make
I'm
me
gonna
interesting
die
facts.
on that hill. I tell you that much.
Okay. Anyone? I'm just seeing if anyone in the chat gets it. Usually the chat are pretty clever with this stuff. Just bring up something controversial. Yeah, these are going to fail. Everyone's saying rap battle. California Red Devil, you're right. It is. And so is Jamie Gitchard. They're probably Googling it. But no, I believe you knew this. Tomorrow is always coming but never arrives. Okay, how about this one? Okay, one more for you because these are so good. Clearly.
You're using them all. You have nothing
he ain't
left
watching.
to use.
He ain't watching, though. He ain't going to know. This is what I mean. I could use them all. He wouldn't know. Okay. Okay, hang on. Let me. Okay. What never asks a question but gets answered all the time? Okay, so what never asks a question but gets answered all the time? Yeah, these are making
Me
you
trying
think.
to talk to you two on here
Telephone.
at midnight.
Yes, the telephone.
Hey!
Okay, that's just a little a preview of the entertainment I'll be bringing to 50k in Parallel stream tonight at 3:00 in the morning. Me and Ted.
You should talk about comics with him. Get him to do his comics and coffee again because that was good. I like that.
Yeah. Now he'll probably just diss me for my lack of comic knowledge as well because we read different eras.
This is not a good issue with Jean Grey. This is not very good. Batman, Chip Zdarsky, good. Everyone should read this.
Are these new? This is your poor week from this week. Yeah.
Star Fox one shot, better than the Jean Grey one, but not great. They've kind of made him like, if you want to know what Harry Styles would look like as Star Fox.
Of course they're doing it. He's going to get his own show on Disney Plus. That's why.
Oh, he'd get a movie now when he's like famous now.
I just seen him in that new film with Florence Pugh and like.
Did you see that? What did you think?
I didn't hate it. I just love Florence Pugh and the fact that like she was a housewife.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, please. I was like, yeah. It's like Florence Pugh in Desperate Housewives. I was like, yeah, I like that.
And Chris Pine is in it. And
He is,
like the baddie, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Or is he? Ooh. I didn't hate it. Is my answer to that question.
Yeah, I didn't hate it, but I kind of got to the end and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I wanted it to continue. Yeah, I didn't feel like the end was the end. So, but there's never going to be a sequel either.
It was that was a bit of a letdown.
Rich,
but it was entertaining, I think.
Keep going through. What else you got? You had a few more.
Dark Crisis on Infinite Earth. So there's a crisis going on. They're probably going to relaunch the DC universe next year. But this has been quite good. I wasn't expecting it to be that great, but it's basically the Justice League have all died, and like the younger generation have like took over, but they're not really dead. Spoiler alert. But that's been like really good. This is Golden Rage. This is such a stupid one. It's like all these old women on an island, like battle royale, like trying to kill each other.
That's pretty good. It sounds good.
It's really good though, much better than I thought. I've been enjoying that. It's like a mini series. Marauders. This is not a good comic book. I think this is my last issue. I think I've dropped it, and I loved the first volume of Marauders. Volume 2, not great. And this is good. X-Men Red. Really, X-Men Red is probably. This and Immortal X-Men are probably my two favorite X-Men books at the minute. 100%. We read X-Men Red from the beginning. Very, very good comic book. And I got a trade paperback of Little Monsters. It's like the apocalypse happens, and then there's just a group of kid vampires left on the Earth.
Okay.
It's Jeff Lemire and Dustin Guyen, but really good art. They did like Ascender, Descender, Image comic books. It's like it's black and white, but there's bits of color. So like when things happen, or there's like blood and stuff, you get like the red and stuff. It's really, really well done. Recommend that.
There you go. There you go. People always appreciate it, Rich.
And that's what I bought this week. There you go.
There you go. People genuinely do appreciate it. As I said, like unfortunately, people are distancing themselves from comics, including myself. As I said, I did go through a phase where I was borrowing loads, but then it's like they're getting more expensive now, ain't they, Rich? Like they ain't getting cheap. So
I've cut back a lot, to be fair. It was like I cleared back so that I can't buy like 20 a week anymore. But then DC like relaunched like all the Wildstorm comics, and then I was like, oh, I'll add all these back on. Remember last month when I like cancelled 10 things? Now I'm adding like 20 back on. Way.
Owen Manuel says, Rich, have you picked up Miracle Man?
Oh no, I haven't. That is so they brought back Miracle Man to Marvel. I think the new Gaiman series, they do the continuation, and then they're supposed to be setting up like a new story next year. There's in December, I think there's a Timeless special setting up the Marvel universe for next year. It's got the one from Loki, the little clock thing. What's
Yeah.
that called?
Miss Minutes.
Miss Minute. She's on the cover of it, and
Okay.
I think Kang is going to be big in the comic books next year, obviously, because you've got Kang coming into the Marvel universe as well. And then I think on X-Men, like Madeline Pryor is crossing over. She's teaming up with like a symbiote. So there's Dark Web with X-Men and Spider-Man. I think that starts in December, maybe next month, maybe November as well. That's like a crossover between them, so that should be quite good.
Madeline Pryor with a symbiote. That sounds dangerous. Like a venomized Goblin Queen.
Well, and the symbiote she's with is Ben Reilly. So it's like obviously Madeline Pryor is a clone of Jean Grey.
And here's a clone
and
of
Ben
Peter
Reilly's a
Parker,
clone of Peter Parker. So now he's got like a symbiote Chasm, I think he's called. And then there's loads of new characters. There's one called Hallows Eve. She looks really cool. She's got like a really good design. And then obviously you've got Firestar is back on the X-Men in the minute. So it's kind of like Spider-Man is Amazing Friends because you've got Iceman and Firestar on the X-Men teaming up with Spider-Man. So that should be good.
Ah, interesting. See, there is so much stuff that we're missing out on by not reading, but it's just so hard to pick everything, isn't it? You got to
get yourself a Marvel Unlimited subscription and get someone in America to get it for you, and then you can get a free.
I know. I was about to
well.
say I can get my Miss Marvel in a spider costume. But lads, I appreciate you. I just wanted to end one more time to remind people this Sunday, which is tomorrow now since we're past midnight. So not the 9th, Sunday the 9th, 8 p.m. UK time. So the usual time I stream on a Thursday, but on a Sunday, we will be doing Legends and Liquor. So please start hitting me up now. You can start hitting me up on Instagram. Just hit me up with a fresh DM and say Dan Group 1 or 2 Group 2. I've got a Legends and Liquor Instagram group as well. Just let me know in there. But again, it's better that you individually message me so I don't forget, okay? But I appreciate you. So Legends and Liquor this week, the 9th, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Start letting me know straight away because they fill up pretty quick. I can fill about 16 people in. And as long as you're a channel member at the members club level, you are in. That is it. You support me, I support you back. But getting you on the channel, you're supporting. It's a magical, magical thing. And then we're going to finish with one final super chat because this man, and if he says anything about Donatello, I'll waggle my finger, but I'll let it slide.
Donatello, that's the worst.
What? Did my mic crackle there? I heard something about Donatello not being the worst turtle. Okay, I'll pretend that's what I heard. Pretend that's what I heard. Okay, I'll wait for Friday if she's there. Friday? Hello? Friday?
I think Friday turned off when it turned to Saturday.
California Red Devils Super Chat $4.99 on Shark Stream with Displaying Dave. I asked if they could beat Dan and Rich in a tag team match. They said yes, make this happen.
Yeah,
well, I don't know about you, Dan, but are you ready?
Look, let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. Like, this is what I mean. Like, people see me on a little fucking screen, like here, but I can be a dickhead if I need to be a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? Let's go. Let's go. No disrespect to Dave and to Sharp, but let's go.
I'll take shot at myself. I'm not fighting Dave. He's built like that. He'll rip my arm off. I'm not going near Dave.
Didn't he used to be Terminator in some play or something, right?
Dave was like the bodybuilder, wasn't he? I think.
Yeah. So Dave more ripped than people assume, but still, I'm a dirty fighter. Let's go. I'll find a weapon. I'll find a weapon. I'll break the rules. I don't care. Last man standing.
While you guys do that, I will be over in the Heroverse posing some figures with anyone who wants to join me and talk about how
what date's that, Brandon?
Hasbro go from 50% to 60% profits. That is on Monday. That is on Monday at some time I can't remember. Yeah.
Look, go and subscribe to Brandon. He is live. It's been into the pin chat the whole evening. Go and subscribe. He's on his way to 1K, and
is it really?
And he is,
look at that.
Yeah, and he is.
Thank you.
Because I'm nice like that. And he's live streaming every Monday. Okay, so he's painfully learning Streamlabs. Now he has new appreciation for everything I do here and the buttons that I press here. Look at this. Look at the bouncing round that I can do here. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely multiple times of train. Look at this screen. Look at all the super chats here. Thank you very much to all the super chats. I could bring up the chat if I wanted to. Yeah, I'll bring up the chat over. There's me on the chat if you wanted to. Just train myself. I've got different panels here. There's that. There's that. Look, you can make it happen. All I'm saying is that I can give you the skills to make it happen. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's back. Okay, you swap places. It's fine. All I'm saying is I love you, and you can make it happen. I have faith in you. California Red Devil, I don't know why Friday didn't work. It's clearly because it's Saturday now, but Rich read it for you. I appreciate you. We answered your question. I appreciate everyone in the chat. Yes, I'm going to stay awake and be on Wade's stream, okay? So I'm going to be on Unparalleled Universe's stream later tonight. So shout out to the Tuesday crew, the Saturday crew. It's Saturday for me. It's Friday for you. It's Saturday for me. I'm going to try and stay awake, and I'm going to try and be interesting, but I cannot promise either of those things. You've seen the list of interesting facts I have. That's going to be a right fail. I need to find Teddy and just make sure he's okay, because he's going to go insane staying up with me. But anyway, people, we'll see you on the next one. Rich, let people know where they can find you online.
You can find me on Displayed Once on Instagram or in the comments of your favourite YouTubers' videos, just calling them names.
Oh, so nice. And Brandon, you'll find Brandon in the next Hasbro Investor Call. Brandon, where can they find you online?
Hero Duck Collections on Instagram. Hero Collections on YouTube, 8:15 on Monday. Dan, as always, bro, thank you for having me. Rich, as always, my friend, it's great to be super produced by you. And
the thumbnail wasn't
we
wrong.
will see you on the next one.
There you go. Okay, give him a word, Rich, quick. Anyone watching on the replay?
What words can we pick? Schadenfreude.
Why is it always an S? What's going on?
I know. Schadenfreude, happiness at the misfortune of others.
What's he staring at? He's clearly looking at these things. I can't. Why do you give people words they can't spell? I asked Mark Tat this, and he shouted out orange. Nice and simple. there's even an emoji for that.
I've got a dictionary in front of me, and it's just stuck on S permanently. That's all I do is look at S.
Schadenfreude. I don't even know what he says.
Schadenfreude. It's German.
Just write an S word in the comments, and I believe you'll watch to the end. All right, or put an orange, just in spirit of Mark Tat. We're off. Good night, everybody.
Good night.